You say you feel like you're always alone. Yeah, you love to pretend, but you've never been one to let others inside your home. And we all have our reasons, but you can't be feeling like you're better off on your own. 'Cause you and I both know we've traveled down this road so many times before. And we always end up back where we started, broken down and broken hearted. So where do we go from here? 'Cause I can't make it all just disappear. I've tried to be whatever you wanted, but we can't confront it, 'cause we don't know where to begin. And we fall back on our times, both lose our minds, scream and yell again. We wake up in the morning, we try to
Good evening, everyone. I'm Eric Dewey.
And I'm Steve-O.
And we are socially awkwardly missing Matthew right now because he's late getting here. He's on his way.
What the fuck?
Exactly, yeah. He's coming. He's just, it's that chronic tardiness again, you know?
No,
it always gets him.
No, Eric, what Matthew has, he has this thing called an actual legitimate job. That's like high in demand and actually need him. Like, our company probably could give two fucks about us.
I prefer to go with chronic tardiness as the explanation for his lack of being here promptly at 6 p.m. Sure, you can talk about jobs and work and responsibilities if you must, but I'm going with chronic tardiness. That's where I'm going with this.
So, yeah. So, anyways.
So while we wait for Matt, we're going to chew the shit for a little bit here. How's your week been?
It's been good. Yours?
Not too bad. Some bullshit at work. Nothing major going on. But the car's been working. I finally got my first of my decals in. I got my Star Trek Delta Shield in. So I'm finally starting to personalize my car. I've still got some other stuff on order that hasn't come in yet. So waiting for that. And then I'll really feel like it's my car again.
Well, that's cool.
I like decorating my vehicle once when I get it. I waited way too long on my last one. I was like, I don't think this car's going to last very long, so I'm not going to put any stickers on it. And then, a year later, I'm like, all right, I'll go ahead and throw this State 48 sticker on there.
Yeah.
And then, okay, 6 months later, all right, now I'll go ahead and put some other stuff on. I put my Blue Ribbon Army sticker on and my Comicare sticker, and then I put on I picked up a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy decal at Comic-Con this year.
Nice.
And that was on there as well. So that is where I'm at right now. So this time I'm going with a few different ones. I went with, like I said, the Star Trek Delta Shield. I've got a Star Wars Jedi Order emblem coming in. I think I'll put that on the other side of the car from the Star Trek one. I got a TARDIS one coming in, and I got a Batman emblem thing coming in, and then I'm going to replace the Comicare sticker, obviously, and probably the State 48 one as well.
Oh, okay. So you got some shit in the works.
Yeah. I'm planning it out, and then I've got for the first time ever, I have a personalized license plate, so that's going to be fun.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to show up. I'm kind of surprised it isn't here already. It's like, how long does it take to mail a fucking license plate? I mean, seriously. It was over a week ago that I ordered the damn thing. You'd think I should have it by now.
You never know.
I would think that anyway. I don't care about anybody else. And their processing time, blah, blah, whatever. Don't care. Do not care. We'll tell you one thing that I spent some time doing this week. I don't know if you've ever heard about this other than when I just told you about it like 5 minutes ago when we were talking before the show.
Yes.
There is a user on Reddit whose name is Poem for Your Sprog.
Yes.
And this guy, if you know about him, you know he's an amazing poet. And what's great about him is he not only writes poets specifically for comments on different Reddit threads, but they always fit so perfectly. It's like it either explains a situation or answers a question. He even did an AMA once where he answered like half the questions in poetry form. And it was absolutely fantastic. And what's great is that it's not, sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just like absolutely tear-jerkingly emotional, and other times it's just kind of, just amusing or whatever. But it's always something, and it's always so amazing to go. So let me, I wanted to read a couple of the best ones that I had found from him. I was telling you, he'd gone through a little bit of a dark phase a couple of days back, I think last week sometime, where he kept writing a bunch of poets about this fictional character named Timmy.
Okay.
And Timmy was having a bad day.
How bad was it?
Oh, let me start with this one. Okay, this one was the question that had been asked on Reddit was, people of Reddit who work in the medical field, what is something you have to explain to your patients that was super ridiculous and should be common knowledge? Mm-hmm. Somebody had answered one of the things is, if your kid's going in for surgery, don't let them eat right before surgery like your doctor tells you to. Like, don't eat 12 hours before surgery because guess what? If your stomach's full, they put you under anesthesia. you throw up and then
Yeah.
you choke on your vomit and you can possibly die.
You could die.
That's why they don't just tell you don't eat for 12 hours before surgery because they're masochists and they want to see you suffer and starve to death.
Mm-hmm.
So to that response to the question, Poem had written, "When little Timmy went to pee and in the clinic woke, you'll need an appendectomy," his doctor sagely spoke. "Now, Timmy," said the surgeon grave, "I've words and more. Be fearless, firm, or bold and brave, but never eat before." The scalpel, salves, and saws were set. He faced the pain with pride, but Timmy ate a ham baguette, and Timmy fucking died.
So dark humor.
And then right before that, he had written, somebody had asked, "What's a strange or bad habit you still have from your childhood?"
Okay.
And one of somebody's responses was that they absolutely have to be like completely tucked up in the bed at night, like completely covered head to toe with only a small little hole for air for breathing.
Okay.
And his response was, "When little Timmy went to bed, he pulled his linen tight. To keep me warm and safe," he said, "and sweetly snug at night. He tucked his arms inside his sheet and left a tiny space, a tiny gap to vent the heat around his tiny face. And so he lay without a care. He slept and slowly sighed, but Timmy's sheets cut off the air, and Timmy fucking died."
Man, Timmy's having a rough go.
There was one more Timmy one. I just have to. This one was the best one. This one's like sci-fi action going on. I just got to find it real quick. Oh, hey, that might be our our special guest. Yeah, I was like, what? I didn't even know you had a doorbell, to be quite honest with you. And you locked the door. That's why you used the doorbell. So, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Step on in. Come on over. Drag up a chair here. You want to grab a beverage real quick while you're up? So, I'm gonna read this last one, then I'll introduce our guest. We were just reading some poetry before you came on. So, can you hear me over there, Steve? I just want to make sure you can still hear me because this one's great. Yeah. All right, somebody had asked, the question that had been asked was, "You are suddenly shifted 2 feet to the left. What's different?" And one of the responses was, "Well, now I'm in a wall." So, Poem wrote, "When little Timmy learned to shift, he thought it rather fun to step beyond a portal rift and end where he'd begun. He'd shift to school and shift to town and shift to bed at night. He shifted up and shifted down and shifted left and right. But when the coppers came to call, he thought he ought to hide. So Timmy shifted through the wall, and Timmy fucking died." Like I said, Timmy had a bad day about a week ago.
Timmy had a rough go.
Timmy was having a bad time. Oh, hey, you found the building. That's good. I just saw that message. So,
and also congratulations, the first person to actually use the doorbell.
I did not know he had a doorbell.
Yeah.
So,
no, that little box right next to the flag over there is just for show. Yeah, usually they just knock on the door.
All right, so we have with us today a very special guest. We have Darius from, he's a writer, a producer, director, an actor, all the things that you could possibly be when it comes to film. He's currently in production of a movie called A Family's Fury, which sounds awesome, and I can't wait to see it. So, Darius, go ahead and say hello to people.
Hello, everybody.
Should have a pair of monitor headphones over there somewhere. Did you have a pair of headphones for him?
Yeah, they should be on the chair.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, so you can
let me know if you can
hear yourself
out of both sides and hear yourself.
Good.
Okay. Yep, and on that mic, you do kind of have to eat it a little bit, so just get right up on it.
Yeah, okay.
So, hi, Darius. How you doing?
How you doing? Thank you guys for having me on here.
Oh, no problem.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming. You even managed to beat our third co-host.
Oh, yeah, the third one.
Yeah, he was
awesome.
He was having a tough time at work evidently, and you should be here soon. So
yeah, that
you'll get
work.
to meet Matt. He'll be.
I know how it is.
Yeah, no, you made good time. I thought you were going to be later than this.
No, yeah, I got a heavy foot. So.
How was the freeway? Any gunshots or anything?
No, thankfully I'm good. No,
didn't have to take the 10.
Yeah. So.
There hasn't been any.
There hasn't been any.
Week,
apparently, there was copycats.
Yeah, there were some copycats, even like down in Tucson. I heard.
No, that's just poor. Okay, copycats. That's just poor planning.
Yeah, like I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, the shooting in Tucson. It's like, did the guy just mosey on down? No, but yeah, everyone.
Still,
see,
so
we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if the person's going to pop back up, like he's giving that false sense of hope, or he's just done. He's going to go away, and then it's going to be like that CNN thing where, like, 20 years from now, people are like, remember that I-10 shooter? And we're like, oh yeah, I forgot.
You're like, oh crap,
yeah.
Oh man, and I've been driving on that road. And I don't even know.
Unsolved mysteries thing. So
right,
it's crazy.
So, Darius, tell us a little bit about yourself and about what you do.
Well, I'm an actor first, and I just dabbled in writing and producing. Long story, I was born in Chicago, raised in Minnesota.
Right.
I was into acting for a while.
Right.
But my family was like a sports family. So I always played football and everything like that. I kind of hid the acting and everything from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cause
So you were acting like a football player.
Yeah. I was good, though.
He's like football player by day and then acting by moonlight.
Yeah.
Ah.
But, and I went to college to play football, and then, I got injured, and, I'm like, let me dabble in acting again, because, that's when I realized it was really my passion.
Okay.
I did that, and a couple years later, I moved to California, and I was out there for 3 years,
All right.
and I came out here, and here I am.
That's awesome. Well, we're glad to have you out here because it's awesome to see some film production kind of shifting this way. I know there was, at one point, some talk about a lot of films coming out here to film because there were some tax breaks that were going to be given, and then, from what I understand, that fell through. Like, the voters said, "No, we don't want films here. What the hell's wrong with you people?"
And everybody just...
It was like, nope, we're out.
Everyone's kind of done with
it's crazy. Like, it seems like a simple thing. It's like, you know what? Give this particular industry just a little bit of a break. Mm-hmm. They will come and they will bring a whole bunch of people here who will then spend money at all the other businesses. So, come on, do it.
Right.
How am I supposed to get laid by actresses? I mean, come on.
I know you're gonna have to you're gonna have to fly all the way out.
You're
to
gonna
LA.
have to become a director or a producer.
I can't do any of that.
Casting agent, maybe.
Casting. That's
there you go.
I don't know.
Casting agent.
I'll just be that.
Because then you got to have a couch in your office.
Yeah. Well, I'll just be. That's why I did stand up, just to be like,
Yeah.
Woman's like, you're funny. I'm like, and no one's gonna know I tapped this ugly chick because I'm in. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, it's a story for a later show. Right?
Basic. That's
there you go.
what. Hey, that's all I say. I'm building material. So what, acting wise, what was like the first thing that sparked your interest of like, oh, I want to do acting, or maybe what was like, have you done any plays or anything? Like what got you? What basically, I guess, what was the acting bug?
The acting bug. Let's see. I used to watch a lot of like action movies, and I was really into like superheroes and like just the like people having powers and stuff like that, and I always was into that. So I started dabbling in some plays when I was younger, like 4th, 5th grade.
Okay.
I did like Nutcracker, all that stuff. And then I did that all throughout middle school and everything like that, and that really, that's what really caught me on, is just watching movies and watching, obviously like for me, like Denzel and like, they really sparked me to really go for it.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite actors, and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, very nice.
He really sparked me with, Titanic, all that stuff. So, yeah.
Very cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's always good to have some kind of inspiration or somebody to look towards and be like, hey, they're making this work.
Right.
And, yeah.
Now, actually, so since action films and everything like that, so I have to ask this: Denzel, one of the films I really like of Denzel, watching Man on Fire.
Oh,
so good.
Oh, that's all I can't even say anything. It's just like, I don't know. I can go on, but just like every movie, he just brings it.
Yes,
every movie, and it's just, I don't know. It's exciting to see, and every time I see a movie with him in it, I'm like, man, I want to go do something.
Yeah, no, that's always, and that's
I
always
didn't feel that way after watching Training Day, because that.
Oh
would
yeah,
be, like I want to go rob some drug dealer,
acting,
yeah,
kill a bunch of people.
Nothing in real life. Nothing in real life like some of these.
I really want to smoke some PCP laced marijuana right now.
Right now.
I don't know why Denzel has that effect on me.
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of good that he doesn't pick up on those traits, because then if he was watching Leonardo DiCaprio, he was like, I really want to just die in the ocean.
Right,
kind of thing.
Well, because you get the false impression that you're just going to wake up on a beach in somebody's dream later on.
Oh, the sequel.
Yeah.
Mm.
Titanic sequel. You might goes under the name Inception sometimes, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So
it's really Titanic 2. That was the subtitle. Nobody noticed.
So you've been dabbling in acting, and then of course I was reading everything, and it looks like so now you're not only writing. What got you writing? Just because you were like, man, everything people write is crap. I could write something better, and then you finally like did it. You're like, oh, I actually can write something better. Or is it just something like you're very creative and you're just like, oh, and you just jot things down?
Actually, I was really scared to dabble into that. Yeah, I just I have a lot of great ideas, and I was just acting, and I'm like, I can't write. I'll just give these ideas to one of my close friends or something like that. And you know, there was a period where I wasn't getting a lot of auditions and things like that, so I decided to try it. You know, try to create my own material, get myself out there.
Right.
So I tried it. You know, the first draft was horrible. You know, but I got a lot of you know, critiques and stuff from people in the industry, like professionals that really done
Awesome.
it. And then over like 2-3 years, I perfected it.
Oh, very
So
nice.
yeah. So it was a process with that particular script.
Now I have to ask this question because when everyone's always writing and stuff like that, did you do the kind of douchey writer thing where you go to like a coffee shop, pull out your laptop, you're like, I'm writing a screenplay?
No. At home when I had the time, because you know I'm acting, so I was mainly focused on that. And you know, when I had the time to write, I did it. So that's what really took me that long.
Yeah.
Kind of something you're doing on the
yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And then now you're kind of bringing it to the forefront now that
Right.
you're to that level.
And then it wasn't until like maybe earlier this year, people were like, man, they were reading it and like, man, this is really good. Like my friends and like industry professionals, like you really got something.
Awesome.
So that's when I'm like, hey, maybe I do. I just thought it was just some other action film. So
Yeah, well, and it happens because, like, you know,
Yeah.
you see action films, like, I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone, they pretty much give you the same thing in every movie. Maybe they add something new or something more ridiculous, but you just accept it as that's the action film, that's how it is.
Yeah.
But then you're also kind of going, well, I want to write an action film, but what's an action, like, I mean, I'm trying to think, what's like an action film that came out within the last 10 years that was something new and original that had a different twist on it that you're like, oh, that's kind of, I mean, like Crank is a
Yeah.
pretty good, where it's just like, I have to keep my adrenaline up or I die kind of thing. You're like, well, that's a twist, like, you know,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So, like, how was your, like, thing? Did you just, like...
You mean Speed 4 is what you mean.
What, was there a Speed 3?
I don't know. Was there?
I don't know.
I just jump ahead sometimes.
All I remember was Speed 1, and then
There's
Keanu
a
was just
bomb
like, I'm not going
on
to be
your
in
bus, except you're the bus, okay?
There's like a bomb on your bus.
There's a bomb on the bus.
I know
Wait,
Kung
it's not a
Fu.
bus. It's actually
Whoa.
you.
There's so many bombs.
That was a fun movie, but that was the impression that I got. I'm like, okay, they're just taking the Speed thing and making it a person instead of a bus.
Yeah, well, okay, first off, Speed. When it
Speed
comes
was
out,
awesome.
great movie. But
Oh,
then they're
fantastic.
like, we can do a franchise of this, and you can't.
No,
It's like,
that was
kinda
Speed
that-
2 should never have happened.
Yeah. And now I'm waiting for, like, the... you know what we haven't seen is, like, you know how they always do the parody movies? What about Slow? When we get that.
If this bus goes over 5 miles an hour, there's like a line of people for 10 miles honking. I can't go any faster. Do you people want to die?
So what was like your inspiration? Where did you start? Did you start with like an action sequence, or do you have like, okay, I have a character? Because I'm like, I've never tried to written a script or anything kind of like that to build all these things. So like, what was like your writing process?
I just started with an idea, and for me, I just did like a little, you know, I started with like a little synopsis, and then it kind of grew,
outline.
Okay.
yeah, outline and things like that, and I kind of just filled in the holes. I had like, it was weird because I had certain scenes that I had in my mind, and I just wrote it, and then I just kind of build around.
Oh,
the
okay.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
You're like, I've got this scene and this scene and this scene. How do I make them fit together?
That's what I did, and I mean,
that's an interesting way
yeah.
to go about
Yeah,
it.
because
Right?
I was going to ask this because it's like you see action movies, you see superhero movies, and you see that, but I'm always curious, like, how do you write this? Like, you're like,
Yeah.
all right, Captain America, you're going to come running in here, and then Thor's going to drop his hair, and then it's
Right.
all like, or you're going to be like, just do shit.
right.
Wait, hey
you've got
guys,
the hammer.
it's like
You know what
action
to do.
sequence, bus is going to blow up, I don't know what's going to happen, wing it.
Michael Bay.
It's like, okay, just say some stuff. Look, you know,
There's
excited.
something there.
Look agitated.
I
and,
don't know
I'll
what
just blow
yet. It might
everything
be a
out.
robot, might be a dog, not sure. Look scared. Go. What?
That's it.
And every actor's on set going,
Yeah,
we
everybody's
know
just-
what it's going to be. It's going to be an explosion,
Yeah.
Michael. Come on. You know it's going to be an
Yeah.
explosion. You say you don't know, but you know.
Yeah.
So this current project that you're working on, the Family's Fury, tell us a little bit, without spoiling it, obviously.
Right.
Tell us what you can about the story of this film.
Well, I wanted, I want to do action, of course, and then my main focus was I wanted to bring like a new set of superheroes to.
Oh.
I didn't want to like recreate something or like kind of copycat anything else because a lot of these franchises are just redoing
Yeah.
everything and
Yeah.
different people. I wanted something original, so this is what this is about.
Okay.
And pretty much it's about like 5 kids. They're not related at first, but they're kind of pulled from these tough environments.
Oh, okay.
And they're adopted by this couple, so they become siblings. And the mother, Denise Gibson, and the father is Charles Gibson. The mother is like a stay-at-home mom and very, very nurturing and things like that. And Charles is a successful engineer and scientist.
Ooh.
Yeah, but he holds like a really dark secret that he eats him away every day. And so that results in kind of the death of him and the murders of him and his wife.
Ooh.
In front of the kids. The kids and the kids are able to escape. But them seeing that, they kind of as they're shipped off somewhere else and they grow older, they kind of discover some skills that they have, and they decide to try to find the people that were responsible for their murders. So as they grow older, they kind of strengthen their skill set, and they go off and search for those who committed the murders. And they find out that it's not just they want revenge, but it's not like just about revenge. They find out that they need to save the world because these people that committed these murders are on a bigger agenda. Yeah.
So let me ask this: if it doesn't give anything away, you talked about their skills.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like actual powers, like extra human,
no,
superhuman type powers, or just like skill, like they're just really good at?
Yeah, skills that they're way better than the average human. I didn't want to do superpowers because that's another different thing I want to do. I wanted to be, like
this is more just training and honing a skill, as opposed to
kind of like a guy finds out, oh hey, I'm really good at boxing or like fighting or something like that. I can read stuff and I can learn like martial arts like no problem. So I just start training on that.
Yeah, so we're talking Batman, not Superman.
Right. And they each have their own little skill that when they put it together, then they're like an unstoppable force.
I like it.
So that's the angle I wanted to come at. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, I can't wait for the screening. I signed up for I did the funding.
Awesome.
I did it.
I appreciate it.
I don't have a ton of money, so I couldn't throw a big chunk at it, unfortunately. I would have loved to have been able to throw the product placement in there and get the 4-Eyed Radio network logo in there somewhere, but I don't have that kind of cash, unfortunately. But I did have enough to
what we'll do is
we'll
sneak on set, and one of the guys has like a shirt he's supposed to wear. We'll switch that and just put the 4-Eyed Radio logo on it.
There's be an extra in my 4-Eyed Radio shirt. I'll just show up in the background.
Is there supposed to be a logo on my shirt? And he'll be like, no. Those guys. You invite them once. And
brought donuts, guys.
Yeah.
Please don't hate me.
No, that's cool. So anyways, speaking of which, so people can go ahead and fund you. Where can they find this website?
Well, it's called Indiegogo.com. It's a crowdfunding site. And all you got to do when you go there, just search Family's Fury.
Okay.
And mine will pop up. And... yeah, you can just look through the different perks. You can get a DVD, digital DVD, posters, T-shirts, all these cool different perks for your donation.
And the link to that Indiegogo page is also going to be on the description of this episode, both here on Spreaker for those who are listening live, and for all of those who check it out on 4eyedradio.com or sociallyawkwardstudios.com or any of the other platforms. The link will be in the episode description. So
awesome.
Anybody who listens will have that opportunity to just, boom, see it and go straight over to that Indiegogo page.
Yeah, that's usually how we do. I just figured I'd have them also say it, so people who listen.
I wasn't sure if I wasn't. Yeah, because unfortunately they don't make it as easy as they could to just be like they have a shortened link, but it's not like something you can easily memorize. In fact, I'm trying to. Yeah. I thought to have it up, on screen for me, and I'm trying to dig it up right now, and so I'm jibber jabbering for no apparent reason. But in the meantime, you could just go to the short link at igg.me/@/A Family's Fury movie. All one word, no spaces, no dashes, no underscores. And that will take you to the funding page.
Okay.
Or just visit any one of our many sites that has the link in the description.
Now, well, I don't know. Like, I know there's a bunch of different crowdfunding pages like Kickstarter and everything that. Now, Indiegogo, does that have a time limit on it as well?
Yeah. Well, right now I think it's at 16 days left. A couple weeks. So, that's a time limit. Both sites have time limits.
Okay, yeah.
But mine specifically is about 16 days left.
Okay.
Right, and now I don't know if you wanted to bring this up or not, but I noticed that you did have some trouble with the original funding on this.
Yeah.
There was some technical difficulties with the
Right.
banking information and that kind of crap that caused you to actually kind of have to almost restart it.
Yeah, the first one was actually successful, and
Yeah, I saw that it had
situation.
hit its funding.
Yeah, over the funding, and with the bank situation and me not being able to change the information with Kickstarter. So, instead of my backers getting, charged and then it takes like 2-3 weeks to hit the bank, return, and back to them, I didn't want to send them through that. So I just created another one.
Mm-hmm.
And, for those that wanted to follow me over, a lot of them did, and I'm still waiting for the other ones.
It's always tough because sometimes people just either they won't pay attention. Like after they donate one time, they think they're done, and
I understand. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like that's like there's all these things now with these things. Like I think they're great sites for. I mean, certain stuff I feel like it's great passion projects for people and stuff like that. Such as like you're creating, you want to bring something that you want, and it's like before we didn't have this kind of multimedia to do that.
Yeah.
It's like it was very hard. Like if you like I would say probably 10 years ago. Not having these sites or anything like that, you would literally have to be in California right now and going like, check out my script, check out my script, check out my script kind of thing.
Yeah.
And and sometimes, hey, a studio will buy it and they wouldn't even do anything with it. They will buy it, here's your money and everything and they'll just sit on a script and it would just sit in the vaults and stuff. I mean, there's so many scripts that there's a great story is that Superman, The Death of Superman script, that we're finally getting a documentary about it, but a film that was actually going to have another Superman film. And it's funny because you read that script going like, this actually would have been a pretty good movie in 1990, and which it's funny because they actually did take some of that stuff and throw it into Man of Steel. So it's kind of like this whole thing. So it's like I do kind of like this because it has fans who back it, they get something back, and then it's also you kind of don't lose any creative control. Like you can kind of sit there and go, you know exactly what your vision is because it's like don't get me wrong, studio money's great, but. They will really be like, no, you don't need this, you don't need that. He's all like, yeah, so
writers.
I know you wanted this huge explosion here, but let's just say Coca-Cola ads. How about that?
Yeah.
So,
instead of an actual explosion, what we're going to do is have your main character say, man, this Coke has an explosion of flavor.
kind of thing. So I do like those kind of pages because they do help out. Now, granted, there are some people who just do stupid things on there and they get their funding. Like potato salad.
You know what, though? To be fair, though, that kid turned it around, though. Like, I don't begrudge that thing because you heard about the guy with the potato salad, right?
Yeah.
He ended up bringing in like $65,000 or something like that. He turned that around. He had his whole little event where he made the potato salad and everything. And then he donated all of that money to local food banks and homeless shelters in his area. So he ended up feeding a shit ton of people who could have possibly gone hungry.
But there are some people who would do something like that and actually turn the thing around, or there'll be people who be like, well, now I have all this extra money.
They're like, $65,000,
all
right.
Do whatever I want with
bye,
it,
guys.
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks because it's like, again, you could have seen it's like technically your fundraiser should have just been like $30 to make your potato salad.
His goal was $10 on that.
Yeah. And then you could have taken all that money and put it towards...
It was one of those things where it just happened to go viral. People thought, hey, this is a funny thing, and sending it out, and people like, oh, that's so funny, I'll throw a buck at it because it's funny. And all of a sudden there's $65,000 there. It's like, holy crap.
But what I love, though, is like you can never have the same thing again because anybody who tried to copy that with something
and
stupid.
So many people did.
Yeah,
if you search, there were people making potato salad, eggs, like all these things that just nobody touched.
And nobody was just like,
they were trying to recreate the magic.
To recreate stuff. And it's like, it's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's why I do like some of these crowdfunding things because there's a lot of people who do have really good ideas. And then if they're able to get the funding, you get to see it happen. So I always, and it's great because then they never get to lose any of their creativity or anything. That's exactly kind of like reason why we do a podcast is like it's kind of with us and even people who like, hey, can I do a show on the network or whatnot? Like, be like, we don't touch it. We don't like change anything, do anything. Basically, all we told them was like we put a bumper on the front that just says 4i Radio Network. Maybe throw an ad in there that we have or whatnot, but then it's your show. Like we don't go in and go like, can't have that, can't talk about that. We're going to bleep this. Here's Guilford Godfrey for no reason in your show, kind of thing. And they're like, well, what happened? So, but yeah, so if this takes off on the ground, so do you have other scripts in the work already? Are you working on other projects? Oh, okay, so you're keeping busy still.
Yeah,
I like to hear that.
Yeah, a lot of. I'm trying to bring a lot of unique things because I think like very different. So I try to bring new and unique things to the screen. So I have a lot in the chamber.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's always good. I always like people who always keep constantly being creative. Like, even you could be like done with this movie, and then you'd be like, "Oh, what are you doing now?" You just sitting back, relaxing. You're like, "Nope, already started on the next project." I'm like, "That's just." You got a motor. That's what you have. You have this motor, and it just keeps going. You just want to keep like processing. So,
Definitely.
Yeah, and see, I'm just over there going, I just did something like 2 years ago, guys. What are you pressuring me for?
I know.
Oh
I'm surprised you stuck with this.
I know, right? Because this is my therapy. This is my weekly therapy session. I don't talk about anything real or anything, but it allows me to vent.
So I will have to say this: since you're into action movies and superhero movies and everything like that, what would I have to say is probably your best superhero movie that you've seen so far, or maybe a superhero that you absolutely like, or maybe there's a superhero that you like that has been brought to the big screen, and maybe if you're able to direct that superhero movie, would you be on board with that?
I do like Luke Cage, and then obviously Black Panther is taken.
That looks like it's going to be good, though.
Oh, yeah.
I always loved I love the comics. I actually read the Black Panther comics, and
no, he's got a great.
I got some dirty looks. Actually, I was on the bus one time reading a Black Panther comic, and an African American gentleman was looking at me like, "How dare you?" Like,
really?
I'm like, I can't read it. It's a comic book, guy. It's not like. This isn't like the
We also have to apologize.
Black Panther prize.
Eric grew up in like the 1940s, so he's very old.
But
Oh no! Hey, Matt's here, by the way.
I was gonna say,
welcome,
speaking
Matt.
of Black Panther, but
You ruined
sorry,
his joke.
I didn't realize
What's
that
up,
you
man?
were quite ready.
How you doing?
Matt?
Doing well. How are you?
There's Matt.
Awesome.
nice to meet you.
You too. Yeah, but my ultimate favorite is Blade. I would really like to just jump in those shoes.
Resurrect Blade.
Yeah.
Hey, they've been talking about that. Maybe
Yeah.
you'd be the guy to do it.
That'd be awesome, because you know what we need? We
movie's been
need
great.
a new vampire movie with real fucking vampires. None of this sparkly bullshit teenage drama love story shit. Real fucking vampires.
This is the only reboot that I would approve of that.
Right.
Of rebooting back to the classic vampires and just some guy being like, "Fuck this shit,"
Like-
just kicking ass. I thought
there were even a little
really good
little
movies
Clancy
though.
in what was that? Interview with the Vampire. Like that was the starting.
That was
the
a good
beginning.
movie, though.
But they
It
still
was.
killed. They
But it
still
was the
killed.
beginning
Yeah.
of this over-sexualized, like, okay, now we're going to turn vampires into a sex symbol. It's like, no, they're fucking monsters. Okay,
Well, technically,
kill them. That's what you do.
Technically, they are kind of a sex symbol, not in the Twilight sense, but I mean, like they are the creatures of the night. They're very seductive, and that's how they lure their victims into their.
But you know,
Yeah,
who got the right mix of that?
Bela Lugosi. Ah,
After that, they either went way too far on one
Nice.
end or the other. Like you look at vampires in like Supernatural, they're just straight up bloodthirsty monsters. You don't get that sexiness aspect at all. And then you look at like Twilight, and it's like, okay, they're high school kids for fuck's sake. Like, how do you have a 900-year-old high school kid? This is stupid. This is fucking ridiculous.
Woo! We're gonna go out drinking blood, bros. Let's go. Bela Lugosi, highly. Do you know what's funny with him too? His accent. That's the reason why everyone thought Dracula sounded like that, because he spoke like that, but it was his accent, and that's how everyone thinks that's how Dracula talks now. So it's all like,
I want to suck your blood.
Yeah, children of the night, I want to suck your blood.
Yeah, so I'd be on board with a Blade reboot.
Yeah.
I would definitely be on board. What's he doing lately?
He
probably
was
get
in
it back.
talks with Marvel to reboot the Blade movie or do another Blade movie.
I mean, he's out of jail, right? He got his tax problems
Yeah.
fixed up. Got his tax bill paid.
Wasn't he in the newest Expendables?
Yes, he was.
They
Was
threw
he?
him in there. He's slowly, getting those roles. but-
Yeah.
He's like, look,
Yeah.
this is my Demolition Man. He's gonna do what he's gotta do.
that was a great movie right there.
Demolition Man was great.
That was a great movie. Love
Taco
that.
Bell Man.
Yeah.
the food was.
You know what's scary though? They were kind of right. Like Taco Bell did not go away. Like I think they did it as a joke, and they're like, oh fuck. Hey, I just like eating tacos. It's good.
Yum brands, man. They're taking over the world.
But I mean, but look at them even too. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like he did the politics, and then he's slowly coming back into films and stuff like that too.
That's
again.
good
So it's
because
like,
I think he's better at the.
did you hear he's taking over for Celebrity Apprentice?
Yes, which is
He's taking over.
interesting. Which is interesting, and actually, one of our hosts on the network, Kevin Elliott, pointed out something that I hadn't really noticed, but he pointed out that it's kind of ironic that an immigrant is taking Donald Trump's job.
Yeah. And you know what he's going to say? You've been terminated.
Or he better. He better.
Because he can't say,
I swear,
it's
if
like,
he doesn't say
he
it at
can't
least
say
once,
you were fired or whatnot.
I'm boycotting the show.
You won't be back.
Yeah. Oh, that too. Yeah, you won't
Yeah.
be back. You've been terminated. Chill out.
Get to the chopper. No, seriously, the chopper's going to take you.
Yeah, it's going to
away
take you
from here
away from
because
here.
I'm
It's
kinda
gonna
don't want to see you
Intrigued.
anymore.
I might actually.
I know, that's what I
tune
was
in
like.
and like
Right.
to see.
I know
it.
that's like I like the concept of the show, but I fucking hated Trump. So I'm like I haven't
I
watched.
remember
it
I
in many
watched it when like
seasons.
it first, like the first season.
The first
of it.
season was good.
and then I just I didn't stick.
The
with
first
it, but-
season made sense. Like the challenges that they had, like actually showed whether or not the contestants had any business acumen at all.
Yeah,
And then when they turned it into Celebrity Apprentice, it was all about fundraising all the time. It was all about who can these people get on the phone? Like what celebrities can they bring in? And that was it. It had nothing to do with business at all. It was just who do these people know?
yeah.
And that, for me, was boring as crap. I only watched it when Penn Jillette was on. That was the only season I watched.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, but wasn't Penn on like a
He
couple
was on
times?
he was on 2 seasons because they brought him back for the All Stars or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So I watched both seasons that Penn was on until he got fired, and then I was like, bye. But yeah, so kind of building on his question a little bit, what is your favorite action movie of all time?
Oh
Being
man,
that's your genre.
favorite of all time. I don't know if I got like an absolute favorite, but
It's a lot of movies.
it's
man.
a lot of movies.
Yeah.
I can't pick one. I know, I could just throw them out there like the Avengers, the Blade series. I like the Underworld series.
Kate Beckinsale in that leather.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I have a lot I could throw out there. I don't think I have like an absolute favorite.
What if there's like a franchise that you've watched, like action movies or whatnot, and then anytime they make another one, you're like, I'm there. Like you don't care what the concept is or whatnot. Like how they have like so many Rambos, so many kind of stuff like that. Like it's just like one of
Yeah.
those things, or like one of those like action star actions. Like they could put them in a god awful like. It's the worst. Like it's like, oh, the teddy bears from Mars came down. And it's all, but it's starring so and so. You're like, oh, I don't care. I'm there.
right.
Take my money.
Teddy
that's
bears
like-
from Mars? Tell me more. I'm intrigued.
That's like the Fast and the Furious movies. Like,
Yeah.
there's like 7 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like they always make money, so they just keep on pumping them out.
Right.
The first one was awesome.
The first one was badass. I
First
own
one
it.
was awesome.
Well, you know what
That's the
happened?
only one I own.
I lowered my car and put an intake on my car because of that movie.
Did
no
you?
joke. Fuck yeah, I did.
What kind of car do you have?
Nissan 240SX.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
that's worthwhile.
Yeah, but you know what
happened?
happened with those movies, right? The first one came out, did great. Then they did the second one, and it was not that well. They did the third one, and it was on its way out. But just that cameo of Vin Diesel showing up at the end of the movie, everyone went ape
Rebooted
shit
it.
and then rebooted the whole thing.
You get Groot in your movie, you're good to go. It's just
Yeah.
boom, instant. That's what I want him to do. Like I want him to show up in one of the Fast and Furious movies and just be like,
I am Groot.
I am Groot. And then like walk off screen like you're like no context whatsoever. I just want him to walk in a room, look at everybody standing there and be like, I am Groot. And then turn around and leave. Movie sold for me.
You take my money.
And then, shut up and take my money.
I'm like, I don't care what else happened in this entire movie.
Actually, I'm going to use a gift card.
Okay, take somebody else's money who gave this gift card to me.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of that. I'm sitting here thinking like, what's my favorite like action movie or like series?
Anything with Arnold.
It's like really hard to
It's
break
hard.
it down.
It's like, yeah, I'm like,
If I go
break it hard.
strictly action, it's got to be T2.
Yeah,
So, yeah. For me, that's the one that always floats to the top.
that
Like,
one was
boom.
really badass. Is like when I was younger,
Yeah.
I was that movie. The graphics,
Yeah, everything just,
special
like,
effects,
blew
like, blew
everything
me
away
away.
in that one.
Yeah. I mean, that and GoldenEye for me are like right there at the
Yeah.
top.
GoldenEye's
I,
chill.
yeah.
Yeah, see,
I'm a
that's
huge Bond
You
fan.
have
I
to say
even
it
run.
first.
I run a Bond podcast on the network,
Yeah.
so but
Yeah,
even
the action
still,
movies, yeah,
I would
it's a
still
huge-
rank
there's a
T2 a
huge
little bit
selection.
above it on the action scale.
You know what? Not a lot. I mean, some people know about it, but the Raid Redemption. You ever heard of it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Raid Redemption.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
No,
Never
none
heard
of you
of it. No.
seen it. Oh,
I don't know.
Oh,
Here we go. We're
Oh
The
my
Raid
gosh.
Redemption.
It's like an overseas
Oh yeah.
movie, but it's like top 10 favorite action movies.
Like
Of all
what?
time.
When did what year did it come out?
What year was it?
Or like decade?
2013.
20. Oh shit.
Damn.
What? Damn.
Yeah.
2011 actually.
2011?
I just
Okay.
pulled up the IMDb on it real quick here.
Yeah, 2011.
It's got good ratings.
Oh, my
I mean,
gosh.
For IMDb, where people like to rate things like 1 because There was one line I didn't like in the movie, so I'm rating it a 1.
Is
And
it
it's running a
subtitled?
7.6
Yeah,
out of
it is.
136,000 users. So
Yeah, but you're engaged.
Yeah.
You won't even notice. You'll think you speak that
Yeah, see,
language.
I can. That always
Hell
happens.
yeah. I know exactly
That always
what
happens.
this is.
That always happens when it comes up. It's all like it's a foreign film. They're like, oh, is it dubbed? They're like, no, it's subtitled. People are just like, nah, I don't care. Like, I'll
Right.
read
see,
the
that doesn't
subtitles.
bother me. Maybe it's because I watch
Dude.
so much anime.
I watch
See, that's like
subtitles.
me.
I watch
I'm like, I
subtitles.
would rather have the subtitle
Any
than the
movie
dub.
like that me and Megan watch, we always do subtitles. We watch subtitles on TV too. Like we're
No, because I
I
hate
do
when
too
you
when I'm
watch
watching
the
stuff
dubs
on my phone because a lot
like
of
if you've
times I'll be
already
like
like I
when I'm
remember
at
seeing
work.
Kung Fu Hustle in theaters,
Yeah.
and it was all subtitled. It was great, and then I saw it was on Hulu or whatnot. And I was like, oh, okay, so I put it on, and they dubbed it. And it was so bad. I was like, oh god,
yeah.
Like, what
this
the
is
heck is going on
horrible.
here?
It's like, what are we gonna do? Well, we gotta have to fight some people. It's like, really? What is this? A
What's this,
speed
Speed
racer episode? I'm the fastest driver, but you're not the fastest driver. I am. We'll see about that when I'm winning and you're
I
not.
must win the race because if I do not win the
Oh.
race, I will not have won the race. If I don't win the race, then I will lose the race, and I don't want to lose the race, so I must win the race.
that's funny.
Yeah. And commentary by Matt.
Oh man, I tell a joke on Facebook or something like that, and Matt's like, "Haha, that's funny."
That one was pretty funny.
It was a little. I was worried. Like as soon as I hit send, I'm like, "Ooh."
I was giving you shit.
I'm like, I
and
think
then I
our
was like,
group. I think our group understands that I'm joking, so it's cool. But
I didn't
you know.
think
No, it was great. That's why I was giving you shit, and that's why I wrote. It was funny because I was literally just like, I was like, oh, this is funny. So
Good.
I was being
Good to know.
literal,
Oh, good to know.
not
Good to know.
sarcastic.
Oh, that's good.
You can't understand through text.
No, you can't.
People get that shit.
That's
up
why we just
fucked up
started
all the
sending.
time.
That's
man.
why I
Right.
think we
Sarcasm.
started
It's like-
sending each other gifts.
Yeah. You can say a lot in a little GIF. That
You
you,
can.
I do enjoy communicating in GIF form. That
yeah,
is true.
GIF's badass. But yeah, I mean, how many times have you sat there and like gotten in trouble or somebody's like, what the fuck? And you're like, dude,
Many.
like, calm down.
Yeah.
Like, you read that way wrong. Here's the context I was thinking of.
Yeah.
This is totally positive, not like, whoa, dude. Let's break it
Yeah.
down.
Little tone can go a long way sometimes.
Mhm.
That's why I don't write in caps, man.
Yeah.
Because you'll be screaming
at everyone. You don't want to do that. So, kind of building on that a little bit. So, as far as the action genre goes, you don't have one particular favorite, but how about all time across the board? What's the one movie that you just always turn to? Like, boom,
That's-
absolute favorite. Just
Oh, okay.
no matter what, this is it. If you're having a bad day, having a bad week, month, whatever,
Or even
like,
if you're flipping through channels and
I
it's
gotta
on
watch this
TV, you're
movie.
like, I have to watch it.
One I can watch over and over again is Denzel Washington. Wow, I just got a
Man on Fire?
No, with the football.
they talked about that one a
Oh,
little
with the
bit before. you
football.
heard.
Is that Remember the Titans?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah,
Oh, that was a
remember,
good one.
like I could just watch it over and over again. That's one of my top favorites. I don't know not why, but it just
Now, as an athlete, how do you take most athletic or
a
sport
good
type
question, yeah.
movies? Because I've heard from a lot of people who look at them and be like, "This is." It's kind of like when I look at a movie where they do something stupid on a computer. I'm like, "You fucking morons! That's not. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works."
yeah.
Is it like that when you watch sports movies too?
Yeah, it's either really over the top, like no, that can't happen, or it's like too little, like I don't know, I can't really explain it, but yeah, it's not like right. It's
Yeah.
not perfectly right. It's like too much or too little.
But you're saying that Remember the Titans, they got it right.
Yeah, they
That's
got it
what I
right
mean.
most of the part. Yeah,
And what about Varsity Blues? Because that's always been my
Varsity
favorite
Blues.
sports movie.
It's a good
Varsity
movie.
Blues. Yeah,
Oh my goodness, that whipped cream bikini though.
That's just an entertaining movie, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just
Like,
funny.
Good mooning,
Yeah.
boys.
What
good
about
mooning.
Rudy?
Rudy. Yeah, Rudy.
Rudy, man.
What was
I
that
like
other
Rudy.
one with that Snow Dogs guy?
Keep it good.
Radio.
Radio.
That's the one. How about Radio?
Radio.
I didn't see
I
Radio.
That
liked
was-
Radio.
That's underrated. A lot of people like.
I dug that movie. I
Yeah.
thought it was
A lot of
really
people did not like it because they think the term that they like to use is he went too full retard on that one.
good. You never go full retard.
But I've never seen the movie, so I can't really
No,
judge it. But I think that's what turned a lot of people off of. They're
Gotcha.
like, oh, they're making fun of these people. I'm like,
It was based
no?
on
No,
a
it
true
was
story.
based on- yeah.
Okay, first off, you have to realize everybody. It doesn't matter what you could literally post a picture of like, oh, these dogs were adopted to a millionaire house and they get to live for free, and one person on the internet would be like, "Fuck those dogs!"
Yeah,
Ah!
What should
Just
those dogs
because
have?
it's
I
the
bet you
internet.
those dogs peed on somebody's
Yeah.
foot someday. They should die.
You're always going to get just somebody who just doesn't like anything. I mean,
Right.
actually, that was like one of the reviews on, I think it was like Inside Out. It was like a really good movie,
Yeah,
feel-good
it
movie.
was
Everybody loved it. And one person, like on Rotten Tomatoes, was like, I don't think this movie was... It's like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
There's always got to be that dissenting voice. There's got to be that one person who's like, I think this, so I'm going to try to make you all think
Which
this.
proves my theory. I believe Hitler's alive, and he's on the internet, and that's all he does. He just finds anything anybody likes, and he's just like, what? I don't
So
like
this movie has a perfect rating on Rotten Tomatoes. 999.
Yeah, that's all he does. Oh, so you really like this movie? I did not! Venus Schnitzels.
Hey, don't.
I like
don't
that.
bring
Can we
back
make
Wiener
that
Schnitzel.
Internet Hitler now?
Yeah.
We need to bring back the comic. So
Coming next
that's on
summer.
you. That's on you, dude.
Internet Hitler. I was not killed. I live in your net now.
So I think we could go ahead and take a quick break.
We're going to end on that note?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Actually, what I was going to do before we cut to break one more time is to go ahead and tell people one more time to go out to Indiegogo.com and find a Family's Fury and go fund that thing. Seriously, there's some great perks at low levels. Like I did the $20 level. That's all I did.
So what do you
that
get?
gets me into the screening.
You get into the screening?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so you could be like the first word to write a review then.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
I'd be like 999. No, that's not me. That's not me. I'm not even German, guys. Come on, I'm Canadian for crying out loud. You know my review's gonna be.
Oh,
real
hey, this
nice.
movie was fantastic, eh? There was a lot of good things happening, eh?
Sorry
And, you know,
about that, eh?
sorry about eating all the popcorn, eh? Though.
Sorry if my popcorn crunching was loud, eh? But yeah, so go Indiegogo, find that, and and we'll be back in a few minutes to talk some more. You got something for us? I thought we were ready.
I'm gonna teach you how to sing it out. Come on, let me show you what it's all about. Reading and writing, arithmetic are the branches on the learning tree. Listen without the roots of love, let me tell you, girl. Education ain't complete. Just gonna show you how to get an A. Tell me, do you have a clue? Listen to me, baby, that's all you gotta do. Oh, ABC. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Simple as do, re, mi, A, Here's my story, it's sad but true. It's about a girl that I once knew. She took my love, then ran around with every single guy in town. Hey, hey, whoa, hey, hey, whoa, hey, whoa, da, 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 hey, hey, yeah, I should have known it from the very start. This girl will leave me with a broken heart. Listen, people, what I'm telling you, I keep away from a runaround Sue. Yeah, my lips and lips and a smile on her face, the touch of her hand and this girl's one embrace. So if you don't want to cry like I do, I keep away from a runaround Sue. She like to travel around, yeah. She love you and she'll put you down. Now people let me put you wise. Sue goes out with other guys. Here's the moral and the story from the guy who knows. I fell in love and my love still grows. Ask any fool like she ever knew to me. I keep away from a runaround Sue. I play that yeah, keep away from this girl. I know what you'll do. Keep away from Sue. She like to travel around, yeah. She love you and she'll put you down. Now people let me put you wise. She goes out with other guys. Here's the moral and the story from that guy who knows. I fell in love and my darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light, split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell, echoed the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, the tenement halls, whispered the sounds of silence.
And we are back. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us during the break. Thank you, Matthew, for the tunage, even though you're trying desperately to make us all cry.
It's a good track, man.
It is a good track. I do enjoy some Simon and Garfunkel. I know some people, they're not so fond of Simon. They're like, just give me Garfunkel. I'm like, no, I like them as a pair.
Interesting.
I don't know anybody who says that.
I was going to say, that doesn't seem like a thing, but...
So that's not a thing.
Fuck your Simon, man. Garfunkel all the way, bro. Play some Freebird.
Yeah, man. Hate on Mondays. Eat lasagna. Garfunkel, man. All right.
Whoa.
Okay, Garfield.
Oh, Garfield. Oh, yeah. All right. That makes more sense.
Do you have any regrets?
That
Garfield.
So we are back, the Socially Awkward Studios crew, along with Darius Green of A Family's Fury, great independent movie coming out, hopefully in the very near future. Go check out that Indiegogo page. Go find it and love it.
So once I'm guessing, since you have to wait till it gets funded, you haven't started filming or anything like that, obviously. So when you do you already know how you're going to cut your trailer?
I have some ideas, and there's actually I have a director that's going to direct it. I'm just going to write, produce, and I'm going to be an actor in it as well. If you guys didn't know, but yeah, we have some ideas of what we want to do, but we haven't settled on anything yet.
You're going to do one of those, like, in a world where boys become men.
Nothing like that. Yeah.
Wild Boys to Men is playing in the background.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
They have to stop Phil Collins from getting another Oscar.
No, that's cool. Yeah, I was talking to you during the break, and the whole concept is rad, and I really like the fact that it's like bare bones, like just down, I think it's really good, and I'm pumped for you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. it's cool knowing that you're going to act in it and also do producing and writing it. So you mentioned that you're going to have a director. So is this just a really good friend of yours, or has he directed other things? Or
yeah, actually, I heard about him through another actress because I wanted to get a director that was local to Arizona, and she referred me to him, Kevin R. Phipps.
Okay.
I contacted him and he was interested, and we were just talking for a month or two, and I looked at his reel and it fit my project.
Yeah.
His how he directs and everything like that.
Right, cool.
He just got done with a project called Grief, but he's really the guy for the job.
Nice.
I really like his material and everything like that.
Awesome. That's great.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I was worried when you said local director, and then the only local director Eric and I know, or somebody we don't associate with anymore.
Does that really count, though?
I don't know. I mean, you see one episode and you go, "This is it. This took you this many months."
Yeah.
For a 15-minute web series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But hey, on the bright side, some pretty good model work.
I don't know.
So you kind of already have an idea of like who you want to have supporting you in the cast, actor-wise.
You do have some actors and actresses already lined up, correct?
Yeah, I do. Natalie Burns. She's she's attached to it, and she was in Expendables 3. She has a small role, and she produces her stuff as well. And then Alex Panovic, he was in like This Means War. He was in a lot of other big movies.
Okay.
A lot of these, and then you guys fans of Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The cousins.
Okay. Yeah.
I have one of them in my film, Daniel Moncada. So I got a lot of really good actors that believes in me and the script, and we want to make this happen. It's going to be special. I got a lot of good talent.
That's great, man. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like shit.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Well, you're like, oh man, I didn't realize it was even that far along. No, it's if you go out to the Indiegogo page and check it out, you get to see a lot of what's already happening here. You've got some great stunt guys working on this film. You got some great actors working on this film. Some people that even like just glancing through, I'm like, oh, I've seen these people and stuff. I know these people. Like they might not be the biggest stars in the world, but
hey,
they're the real deal. They're not like, hey, you're over there. Yeah, you flipping that sign. Yeah, put the arrow down for a second.
Me?
He's like, no, I can't.
I can't. I won't get paid. You're like, fuck that.
Seriously,
you're going to get paid, bro.
Seriously, you're not allowed to put the arrow down unless you're on your designated break time. Don't ask me how I know that.
But I want to know.
Well, because I held a sign. But I wasn't a sign flipper, though.
Yeah, but Eric holding a sign saying,
holder.
I will do anything for money doesn't really count.
You know what's weird is that I didn't get propositioned for anything really weird. You'd think somebody would come around, okay, here's what I want.
You seem so disappointed.
And then just a string of words that I didn't even understand would come out. But no.
We didn't even drive by to see
It
it.
was just basic stuff.
Yeah, no.
And I'm glad I didn't drive by, because all I would have saw was just you standing there holding a sign, listening or watching your, Netflix behind the sign.
I tried to watch stuff on Netflix, but it was usually too bright, so it was hard. But what I did do was I listened to stuff on Netflix. Like movies that I already knew backwards and forwards because I'd watched them so many times. I'd play them and I'd just listen to the movie the entire time.
Would have been like very anticlimactic, like.
No, it was
shit.
Because I already knew it.
Standing. Well, fuck. Waste of gas on that.
I had two moves.
Like, why did we make a road trip out?
I had two moves when I held my sign because we weren't allowed to do actual flipping. The company I worked for didn't want us to actually flip the sign because they said the arrow always has to be pointed in the right direction. Always. It can never be pointed, so I couldn't flip it around. So I had two moves. I had just the shaking it back and forth.
That's a good one.
Hey,
shaking it like a Polaroid.
And then when I had to check my phone for something, which was a lot, I would hold the bottom of the sign and just do a little shake like this. Well, I checked my phone down here. And so those are my two moves, and they did me well.
Now, can you implement these moves into real-life scenarios? Go. Let me get the coffee.
Is there a sign
for the listeners
involved?
that can't see this, basically envision Eric doing some jerk-off type motions.
But then, well,
come on.
Come on. Don't break your arm.
I'm
if
sure
I could
every
go
one of us sat
side
here and
to
was
side, this far
okay.
out from my body, that would be impressive.
Look what I can
to say the least. Like, yeah, it's way out here.
Is he flipping signs or touching them? Oh, God.
Look
Best
like,
road trip ever.
looks like he's
At the same
touch my hand.
Touch my hand.
Yeah.
Where's the
So
stalkers?
yeah. So you. But the point to the story is you're not pulling sign flippers off the side of the street. You've got
No.
real, honest to
We're going
goodness,
to get a lot of hate mail
bonafide.
for the sign flippers now.
They're like, hey, I can act. I act like I give a shit about this job, don't I?
I got some working actors
That's
in
that's
this
legit.
thing. So
Are they local or?
not the ones I currently have attached.
Yeah.
To feed off that is I do want some local actors. I do have a lot of other roles that I want specifically
Yeah.
for Arizona actors. So
we know a couple through our contacts. We should,
bit, yeah.
we
Yeah,
should
I've got-
try to network a little
I
bit.
have
I know some,
definitely.
an old co-worker that he does a lot of acting. So
definitely, yeah, bring it my way.
yeah, for sure.
yeah, we need to.
We are
do a little-
perfect background people, so.
I do. I'll need background people.
Yeah,
Also,
I'll be an extra. any day
Eric
of
will
the
be
week.
like,
Yeah, you need a sign flipper? You need a sign flipper? You
and
need
it'll
a sign
just be
flipper
Matthew
to
and I
die a
driving by in
horrible
a
death?
car going like,
I'm your dead sign flipper.
And we don't really have an affiliation with her. Like we're not really affiliated with her. This girl named Melissa Farley.
Oh yeah.
I keep hearing that's like
Yeah.
the third time
Yeah,
people refer me to her. Yeah.
she
I could have sworn. I think she's your friend on Facebook.
She
if
is.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
mistaken,
she is.
because I'm like I could have sworn that was one of the mutual friends
Yeah.
that I found on.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
I know she does the like what's happening on this weekend
Mhm.
on AZ Central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
She
know
also
she does
teaches
she
an
does
improv class, I believe.
Yep, she does improv. She
why
does
am
a
I
lot
just
of
hearing
acting.
about this now?
What?
Matt's been working on getting her on the show.
Yeah.
It's a scheduling conflict because she's getting
What?
busy. She's working all the damn time.
yeah.
But
Dude, you
yeah,
guys pulling
definitely.
strings, getting
Yeah.
high-profile people.
Yeah.
in here?
You already
we
know.
should-
So
I
Oh,
definitely
my
had it.
Kevin-
Yeah.
Kevin
in my
Ty?
sights. So
Do you have room for a small bald Brit?
I have room for everybody,
All
all
right,
shapes,
well,
sizes.
Then we got to
That's
get
good answer.
Kevin hooked up with him.
Kevin Ty.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think Kevin would be good. I like Kevin. Kevin's a good guy.
You just
Appreciate
make
him.
him do all the lines like, oh shit, I forget his name. The guy from Crank and everything. But
well, Jeff and Steve might have some
Oh,
contacts
that's
and
right
stuff
too. Yes, we got 12A Productions contacts. So we'll
Definitely.
we'll
Yeah,
pass
just
some information along
appreciate
and
it. It's all
get
about
you
it.
some networking
information
going
and
on.
education. So
Yeah.
for sure.
I would love to
Jason
see
Statham. That's what I'd say.
Four Eyed Radio and
I'll
former
say
Four Eyed
Jason
Radio
Statham.
talent being involved in this project. That would be fantastic. I would
Definitely.
be very happy to see that. So yeah, we'll definitely put our tentacles.
what
out
we could
into the
do,
ether and
if
see
there's
what we
any,
got.
if there's any, like just dialogue, you don't even have to put it on a screen, but dialogue, like a radio station, some of that, we'll just like we can record something. But like wacky stuff happened today in the valley.
I do need a news thingy, newscast. Like I don't know if you guys
As long as I don't get shot.
I want Eric to get
like
you.
a recording of
Yeah.
yeah.
Right on. Well,
Yeah, well,
hey,
I am down to be in a movie. That's for damn sure. That would be an
we'll
awesome.
give that.
That would be
we'll,
awesome.
we'll let Eric do it.
I got a suit and everything.
All right.
I just got a new suit recently.
Fuck yeah, you did.
I had to
you
get a
look
new
dapper
suit.
in that suit.
Thank you. I appreciate
It's a
that.
good suit.
It was a very nice suit. I was very happy with it. I paid a little bit more than I had hoped to.
Same
but
with Steve. Steve got a
it's
good
still-
suit too.
Yeah, Steve's got a nice suit too. I had to get a new suit because after when I
Dude,
lost
wait,
all that
we
weight,
we
I was
all have
like,
suits.
Mm-hmm.
We got to suit up.
hell yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to suit up sometime.
One of these days when we get the webcam going, we'll do a suit.
No,
up
I just meant
episode.
we should just go out and suit up.
Oh, I thought you meant like on the
Get
show.
Steve laid. Come
Ah,
on.
gotcha.
Be a wingman.
Have you met Steve? That's the only wingman line I'd have if I was wearing a suit.
Hey, it's better than nothing. It's better than
Be like,
no. Or Eric will be like, "Have you met Steve?"
I'll have a sign that just says, "Have you met Steve?" Question mark,
That
and
is
I'll
not
just
gonna,
stand around
he's
beside you,
gonna,
pointing
he's
it
gonna
at
go
you.
home tonight. And he's gonna jump into the screen and be like, he's like, I don't even care if it gets cut. I just need this on deleted scenes. I need something.
Giant in the corner, giant on the street corner, holding a sign,
Doing
making
his
vaguely
suave moves.
masturbatory movements with the sign.
Have you guys touched base on do you play video games at all, or are you into music or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I like music and video games, but I don't like follow it
Yeah.
too much to know, a lot about it, but yeah, I'm not too into it as far as like the knowledge and stuff.
Yeah. So what's like the last concert you went to?
Oh man, a concert, actual
What?
concert. Yeah,
Has it been that long?
Yeah,
Oh shit, man.
yeah, I know.
Dude.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You go to your secondary question then. This is the real kicker. It's like, what was the last video game you
Matt
played?
is our music guy, so
Oh.
that's why he wants to know.
Last video game was like the Halo. You know, back in high school, I was like addicted.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day, all day.
Shit, the new one's coming out in like
That's
fucking less than
what,
2
November?
months.
What's that?
Yeah.
Halo 53
Halo
and
5.
a half?
5.
Oh, it's 5.
Get back to your side bush in there, buddy.
I was just gonna fire up Hearthstone and forget you people.
No, yeah, Halo for sure.
Yeah, Halo 5.
Yeah.
I think what we all, well, except for Eric, but I don't know. Maybe he does have a soft spot in our hearts for that series for sure.
I played it once.
Spent a lot of hours with that game.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Oh,
never a big,
okay.
I was never a big gamer. Like it's always
Yeah.
been. It's not like one of those things I'm like fuck games, but it's just never been a huge priority for me. Like I'm a casual gamer. I play a few games here and there. I play stuff that I can play on my phone, and that's pretty much about
I
it.
think the funniest thing that happened is when you finally got the Xbox 360. You're like, hey, there's this deal on the 360s. This is a good deal. And Matthew and I were like, yeah, this is great. But then literally just that, like, November was like the release of all the next-gen consoles.
Yeah.
So we're like,
Yeah,
Eric was like, I don't care at this point, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah. I mean,
it's a great way for me to watch Amazon Prime videos.
Hell yeah.
That's what my Xbox 360 is to me.
Right,
Right
your
now.
your
Yeah.
Chromecast can't do that?
The Chromecast does not have an Amazon thing, probably because of Amazon fighting with Google. It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't
If you
need
have a
Fire-
Roku
just
or
get
an
that-
Apple
just
TV
get
or
that
any
Fire
of those
Stick.
other ones, yeah, Fire Stick
That
would
Fire
do it.
Stick's amazing.
But you know what? I love my
yeah, that's
Chromecast
right.
for
You got the
everything
Fire
else. My
Stick.
Chromecast works great for Netflix and for YouTube and for Pandora. So, yeah, I love my Chromecast. It does what it needs to do.
You know, now that I've got a decent phone,
Mm-hmm.
I've been really kind of getting into the mobile games.
Yeah.
Like, I had a $50 credit of iTunes, so.
Ah.
So I've been like getting like games because normally I'm like, oh fuck that, I'm not going to spend 99
Yeah.
cents.
Yeah, 99 cents. Are you insane?
Yeah, no, I'm really that
That's
cheap,
almost
man.
Oh, no,
a dollar.
I'm cheap like that, dude. But I've got this credit, so like I got a game called Don't Starve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which
that was
is
on
on like
Steam and everything like that, yeah.
It was like
I'm guessing the goal is to eat.
Yeah, basically, yeah, you get transformed into this world. You're this character, this little guy, and the world's filled with like trees and animals and things like that.
That you can eat.
But you can eat and harvest and things like that. But at night, like these creatures come and you have to like build fire and have light so that way they won't get you. And if
Or so they are attracted to you, so they can eat.
no,
you.
they stay outside the barrier of light. But like you have to refuel your fire because obviously like it will go out, and if it goes out, then they
It's
can
like
come
some
and attack you.
Tamagotchi action where you gotta
No,
like go
man.
in there every day.
It's
and be
like,
like,
no.
I gotta fucking feed my fire and shit.
Like you walk around and you have to like get wood and like build a hut and like, but it's not one of those pay to play ones. Like this is like full blown.
Yeah.
It's like on PlayStation and shit like that. So it's like it's a good game.
Yeah, actually, I was curious about that because I think I just
You're
was-
intrigued, aren't you?
I don't know. I tried to play like it sounds a lot like that Simpsons Tap Out or
Nothing
those,
like it, dude. No,
those
like-
games where you're like, oh,
You
you,
don't
got
have
to
to
build
wait.
this house, but you have to wait 35 seconds,
No, not
or
at
you
all.
can pay 14 donuts, which cost you $15.
Oh, see,
I'm like,
I
what the
don't.
fuck is
I,
this bullshit?
See, that's the problem, though. I didn't do any of that. Like, I'm just doing, yeah, whatever. It's basically for something for me just to be like, I'm at work bored, be like, oh,
I literally played that game until the first time. It was to the point where it said you can either wait 2 minutes or pay, and I was like,
spend 2
I'm
gems.
done with this game.
Yeah. No, this one like think of an open world
Okay.
and like you're like, all right, I got to build a hut, so I need wood. I need like you have to break another certain type of wood down for like twine.
All right.
So you have to harvest that stuff when
A
you get
Wi-Fi
it.
router.
And then yeah, exactly. And then you build it. I don't know. It's a cool game. I spent
I'm thinking
I spent
of
$5
I'm thinking
on
of
it.
a hut for me.
Okay, I'll definitely
Gonna
check
need
that
some
out,
wood.
though. Because
Yeah,
like
nice
yesterday,
bed.
I heard people talk about it.
Gonna need
Geometry
Wi-Fi.
Wars is cool. I bought that one.
Yeah, Geometry Wars is really fun. I haven't played it on mobile. I don't know. I was
Obviously,
thinking,
Hearthstone. Having Hearthstone on
Hell yeah.
the go is like it's.
Have you guys
fucking
played
amazing.
Bubble Blast?
Bubble what?
Bubble Blast
Bubble
is
what?
the jam, dude.
Yeah, I heard about
Oh,
that.
hell
It's
yeah,
like
Bubble
addicting.
Blast.
Yeah.
Bubble Blast is so much fun. Have you seriously not seen this? Let me just pull up
Yeah.
a level real quick here.
Bubble
I thought
blast.
my
Bubble
phone was
Blast.
big.
Bubble Blast.
Oh what?
okay.
The red bubbles explode and shoot one in every direction.
Okay.
The green bubbles turn to red The blue bubbles turn to yellow, and the yellow bubbles turn to green. So each tap,
you just died.
yeah, because I was demonstrating. Because you,
Eric's
in
not
this
very
level,
good at this game.
Yeah, no.
in this level, you only have 2 touches, so you have to destroy all of the bubbles in 2 touches. So, like when you start a chain reaction, you can see how it goes, and then you're like, oh, okay, I got to start another chain reaction because I only got 2 touches total. And so then this is actually a really hard level. I'm on level 98 of. I'm actually on level 98 of pack 7. So each pack has 100 levels. So I've gone through 697 levels already.
Wow.
Oh shit.
So
Fuck.
Bubble Blast.
boom. No,
So
Bubble Blast.
Eric-
Bubble Blast 2 specifically.
Eric really approves of that game.
I do like Bubble Blast. It's a good one. Like, you know what? That's my shitter game.
Oh, for sure.
That's my shitter game
for
right
sure.
there.
Yeah.
Like
there
it
you
used
go.
to be Candy
Used
Crush
to be
until
10
they
mine used to be
changed
10-10.
it to where you. Oh, I still have 10-10
I
on
still
there.
have
And I
that
still
on-
jump in there and
yeah.
every now and then.
I just get the
I hit that
notification.
one high score, and it's like I can never even get close anymore.
Now mine just like annoys me. It's like you have blocks that you haven't seen in a while. It's like fuck, man.
Yeah, it's like your blocks miss you.
Shit.
And like
If I'll
fuck?
open it up and I'm like later.
fucking codependent blocks.
Codependent blocks. Yeah.
That could be the new app game. Codependent
Codependent. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that kind of turned me off when it started like putting notifications up. It's like you haven't played me in a while. I'm like, fuck you. I'll play you when I'm goddamn well good and
Yeah,
ready.
actually, one game I just downloaded today, and I haven't even played like the majority of it. But it's just one of those. It's a tap game, but it's not like building a town or anything like that. Basically, there's the show called Rick and Morty.
I have heard a lot about this in the last like 2 days.
Oh
Like
my
I had
God.
not heard anything about
The
this
show?
show
The show is
until like the last
so
2 days.
funny.
Like
That's
everybody.
basically
Everybody.
what I'm going as
Well,
for Halloween is Rick.
I think the new season just
Yeah,
came
just
out,
started. Yeah, it's
that's
that
why
what
you're
happened?
hearing about it.
But no, there's a game that the father plays, Jerry. It's just, and it's literally an app game. Like it's just him tapping balloons. That's all it is, or whatnot. So they actually made that game that you get for your phone now. And I have no idea if there's any like actual concept to it or whatnot, or you're just tapping balloons or whatnot. Because we're trying to make a joke of like he needed to do like a science project. So he asked Rick, the grandfather who's like the scientist or whatnot. It's like, why didn't your dad help you or whatnot? He doesn't seem to be like he's like nope, I'm really busy right now. He's just sitting there eating cereal, like tapping this stupid like balloon game or whatnot.
It's probably I can understand that.
But
I've been
no,
deep into a level of Bubble Bobble or something and been like, no,
Bubble bobble.
fucking bother me right now.
I just go
Don't
through
bother
apps.
me.
But yeah, no, highly recommend Rick and Morty.
I want to check it out. Like I said, I had not heard of it at all until just very recently, the last couple of days. Like all of a sudden, there's like the big thing. Like everybody's talking about it. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy crap, guys, chill.
Well, the funny part is people are just finally discovering it. Like I actually,
Is it on Netflix?
It's
or-
on. It's on Hulu.
It's
The
on
first
Hulu?
season.
Okay.
The second season just started, but it's Adult Swim Cartoon Network. I'm
So-
pretty sure you're going to be able to just.
Is it a half an hour? Or
You have Hulu.
That's
You-
a half an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you guys have Hulu Plus?
Yeah, I have Hulu Plus.
Yeah,
I don't
do
have
you-
the upgrade. Did you
That's
see
what I was
that
going to
bullshit?
ask.
Oh.
Are you gonna upgrade
Fuck that.
to the commercial free
That's-
version
no.
supposedly, or the mostly commercial free version
What?
for like an extra $4 on
Yeah,
top
no,
of
it's $14.99 to get
Right.
no commercials.
But isn't
on
it
Hulu.
$11.99 for Hulu Plus?
No,
as it
it's
is?
like $7.99.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like-
I thought it was
yeah,
only
it's
like I thought it was only like a $4 difference.
No,
It's about
So-
the same as Netflix.
Wait, yeah, 8 to 12 is a $4 difference.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, if you're doing Netflix,
I think it's
streaming,
$11.99 for the new one.
is it? Because I thought it was
I
like
thought it was
14. Because
I
I
thought
was
it was
like,
11.
what the fuck?
I read somewhere it was $4.
Let's say it's somewhere in between $10 and $15.
Okay.
That's fine. But anyways, no, fuck that shit. There you go.
You'll-
Okay,
you'll
first
deal
off,
with the
no, first
minute
off,
of commercials?
Okay, first off, they told me when I got Hulu Plus, no commercials. Then I got it, and I
Oh.
had fucking commercials.
Dude, the commercial, and they're like one after another.
Yeah.
And it will go on for like 2
But
minutes.
it
and
gets
you're like, what the
it
fuck?
gets scary
Just
though.
wanna-
It gets scary though because my old roommate Sammy and I were doing it. We had the Hulu and everything like that, and you're going through, and then certain commercials would come up. We're like, this is really hitting close to home. Like it was like we were both single. It was all like depressing. Everything's all like, you should. It's like dating.com. We're both looking at each other like, how the fuck does it know? Like.
Well,
It's like I want
And
to say
it would really be like it'd be
It's all
like
about
it'd be like,
algorithms,
It'd be
dude.
all like you're gonna drink beer now, and then you're gonna get sad enough to go on these dating sites. I'm like, fuck, how does it know? I'm here watching some wholesome like
You're
Muppet
like, you're
shows.
thinking, oh shit, how does it know as you're opening your fucking laptop screen?
Yeah, I'm just all like, how do I know? Best date ever. Yeah, I do want
Yeah.
a Coors Light.
There was I can't remember what comedian it was. Maybe Louis Black. I don't remember. He was talking about that. He's like, I'm watching this late night infomercial, and it's like, are you sitting at home alone right now? Yeah. Are you sitting in a beanbag chair naked eating Cheetos? How does it know? Do you want to send me $100? Oh, so close.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I forget what comedian it was. It was hilarious. But yeah, it was
You're
those late night infomercials where they like get you right there. I can't tell you how many times I almost bought a set
Well, that
of
was Jerry
fucking
Seinfeld had
Ginsu
that.
knives
Yeah,
because
Jerry
I'm like, holy shit, those knives look awesome. And seriously, it's like $14.99 for 100 knives. And then you jump on their website, it's like $49.95 packaging and handling. Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah, actually, Jerry Seinfeld had a joke about that. He's like, there's that part of the night where you're flipping through channels. It's like you should just go to bed, but your hand keeps flicking through things, and then you sit there and start watching these infomercials, and you start thinking, there's not a knife in my house. I can cut my own shoes. I need this knife.
Yeah, those Ronco knives, man, they just keep throwing stuff at you, and you're like, man, I want that.
I buy records, man. I think we talked about that.
No, yeah, not
Where,
on
like,
the,
Records and popcorn.
Yeah, dude,
Matthew's
like,
record, popcorns. I'm the
if
retro
I'm like,
gaming now.
I'm drunk and it's late at night, and I'm just like going through. Oh shit! Yeah, I'll get that.
Oh, that was when I first heard you. Like he was saying, what was it? Records.
Yeah.
And it sounded like you were like, he was talking to me. He's like, yeah, I got into this like
New records, you brought her.
no, he was talking about. He's like, yeah, I got into this record addiction where I just started buying like records, but I heard like rage, like buying or record buying. He said, but I thought he said like rage buying. I'm like, you just get like angry and just jump on Amazon and be like, I want this.
That'd be like so not me.
Yeah, I know. That's like when
That
you
is
said it, I was all like,
that is not hashtag pro.
I can't see it. I don't see it.
I'm like,
No,
when
man.
does this happen? I need these pants.
I do kind of want that BB-8, but
Oh
that
my
is
God.
pretty-
It's so
Fuck
funny.
the BB-8, the fucking Millennium Falcon drone, dude.
hey, have you seen the one that going around on social media where the guy put like the lights in the back, and so it looks like
Fuck yeah, dude.
the jets and stuff? Yeah, that looks pretty sweet.
Oh man, I'm so glad that they don't carry the Millennium Falcon one at Costco, because Costco has some of the toys, and I spend all weekend at Costco. It's my second job. They have the X-wing one, which looks kind of cool, but it's basically just a glider.
Yeah, for sure.
And they have some of the other toys, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, I
They
can
got
live with that.
BB-8?
But no, they don't.
BB-8
which is good,
sold
because
out.
again, I would probably end up buying it if it was there. And the same thing, if the Millennium Falcon was there, I know for a fact I'd end up buying it.
Yeah.
I just
It's funny
I
because
couldn't possibly see it physically in my hand and not buy it. So I'm like, I'm never going to a store that carries that, because I will. End
I
up
was
dropping
trying
it.
to. I'm like Matthew and I were talking about it because I'm like, I want to justify buying this thing. It's like there's no reason
well, we
to
can't.
buy it.
We
but
can't justify
Yeah,
buying
there's
it.
no
because you sit there
justification
we know
other than it's cool.
because we know it's going to happen. I was like Matthew and I were like, it's like you'd play with the thing for about a week, and then it can just fuck right off. Like you're not gonna think any. But then I'm like watching videos. It's like, see how pets react. I'm like, Toby's birthday's coming up.
Yeah,
he
Toby.
needs a new cat.
You want a BB-8 for
and
your
you're sitting there going
birthday,
like,
right?
and everyone's like, why would you? You're telling me you spent $149 on a cat toy? I'm like, it does other things.
You're like, well,
Dude, Embry would like destroy.
I
it.
love my cat. Okay, you hate animals,
then-
don't you?
And then my mom doesn't help, so I was joking around with that, going like, yeah, seeing about it. She's like, at Target they're selling for $88. I'm like, wow.
No, those aren't the.
Those aren't the ones. That's what I
aren't-
didn't think.
Yeah, there's two models. There's like a Target brand, like a lower brand.
Isn't there one that it's just like one fan, and then there's the one that's the actual drone with the 4 fans that you can actually like navigate?
I don't know. One's by like a legit robotics company. It's called like a Shapiro.
Yeah, it comes in like a nice
Yeah.
fucking case and everything like that.
I want to say Shapiro, but I know that's not right. But
Oh,
it starts
it's
it starts with the S,
I think that's a lawyer.
like
It's-
Sphero or
it's,
something.
it's
Shapiro would make more sense because it's
What is it,
a sphere.
Sphero?
But then there's like another one, and I believe Target. Yeah,
that's the one they're trying
yeah.
to bullshit us on.
And one's like one's 150, the other one's like 110 or 105 or
Fuck
something.
that. Fuck you.
So obviously you want the 150 because you.
Oh,
be
fuck
like,
You
yeah.
got to get the
Come
one
on.
that's
yeah, I
the
want to
big
just
deal.
shut up and take my money.
But
And it's really
like
coming
I said,
back.
I can't
Well,
justify.
I was looking
That's
at
the
the
thing.
box
Doing it.
of the X-wing one,
Yeah,
and on the back
But
of the box
X1
of the X-wing one, they had 2 different Millennium Falcon ones, and they had one
Oh,
that was
wow.
just one big fan. That basically the only thing you could do with that one is just kind of go up
you don't want that one.
and down, and then they had the one that was the actual
big or
drone
go
one that had
go
the 4,
home.
because that one you can like
You want that one.
navigate.
Well, even with the X-wing, isn't there like
The X-wing is more of a glider than anything.
but it has two. It
has two, but they're not down. They're
back
straight up.
So it's like if it was really
and it
flat.
has like the actual glider wings that actually make it glide are clear and on the front, like in addition to the actual X-wing shape, because the actual X-wing shape
Fuck
wouldn't
that.
fly.
Fuck
It would
that.
fly in space, which is fine,
Yeah, just
but in
you
air,
just got to go there.
which we have because we need to breathe.
Okay, now do you think they're
Stupid.
Now I
right?
understand making the new toys and everything that and franchising, but do you think they're going a little overboard with some of the stuff they're
Nope.
doing, or they're just like
If it
because-
wasn't selling, I'd
Not
say
at all.
yes. But the fact that it's selling out in days,
The fact that they had Force Friday.
No,
they
I'm
made
not,
an
I'm not,
event
no,
for this
no,
shit.
no. I'm not even
Like,
talking
no,
about.
they're
I'm-
doing
created
okay.
a
no,
day.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about the
And it
toys.
wasn't even
stuff
May
like
the
that.
4th.
I'm talking about
I
the.
thought you just brought up toys.
No, I'm saying like not only the toys and everything, but I'm talking about like the lot of. Okay, now I don't even. It's like the Pop Tarts.
Yeah, but
Oh,
they
yeah,
do that
that's-
shit with everything.
This is like the
They did it
first
with-
time they've done that.
Well,
with
Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. And then there's also the creamers. You're going to be able to get
Dude,
creamers.
Jurassic World had Barbara Shaw shaving cream. Yes, that's
Hell
just
yeah.
that's like part of the Jurassic Park universe, but like
which they didn't even use in that movie.
No. I'm just
that's
asking.
true.
Do you think it's an
I know,
overboard
like,
thing
what the
or
fuck?
not an overboard thing?
when they're like trying to, that's a
I would only say it was overboard if it wasn't selling. If it wasn't working, then yeah, it's overboard. The fact that it's working means they've hit their niche.
Yeah,
they've
done it
they've
for-
hit it. They
they've
know,
done
they
it
know
for
exactly what
years.
they're doing.
Okay, so this is the other question I have for you people. So Disney owns Marvel and they own Star Wars.
yes.
So obviously they've made already. I don't know how much, and the movie hasn't even come out yet of Star Wars, but
Yeah.
they made a shit ton of bank. Disney came out and said that the Avengers 2: Age of Ultron was a flop.
Well, probably in their standards, it was.
Yeah.
You think so? But you're like, really? It's like you're not going to make that money back with just Star Wars coming out? Like,
Oh, they will, but you got to take into consideration that this is a $1 billion
Yeah.
fucking business. So, yeah, they acquired Marvel, and Avengers skyrocketed. Guardians of the Galaxy skyrocketed. So, in those aspects, yeah, I can understand how Avengers 2 was a flop in their world. It would make sense. Yeah. Did it really damage their bank account?
No.
Probably not, but I guess their projected earnings, it was probably a disappointment.
how
That-
am I supposed
that's
to
what I was
get
about to
money
say.
jobs?
I mean,
It's not that it flopped; it's that it didn't hit projections. It made money. It was a profitable movie.
Yeah.
It made more than it cost to make it, but it didn't make as much as they anticipated it would. So that's where they come into and say, "Oh, we didn't do as well as we'd hoped." But and then you get the people who are like, "Oh, superhero movies are on the decline." Blah, blah, blah. I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay,
Yeah.
so fuck you."
Shit, no.
Yes,
Like,
eventually the superhero movies aren't going to be the big thing anymore. I get it. That's fine. I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts.
Hell
though, because
yeah.
I
Well,
love
not
these
even that.
movies.
The sad. This is the problem. Is superhero movies won't be like the major niche anymore, just because nerd and being a geek won't be a fad anymore. Like that's the problem. It's like all of us who've grown up with this stuff and watched it and still will continue to watch these movies will enjoy it and stuff like that. But all the people who jumped on this bandwagon going like, "Why would I want to be on the outcast or whatnot?" So I definitely know what these characters are and everything that, which is fine and everything that. But this is why it's happening because it's a huge boom. I mean, prime example. I go to Hot Topic last weekend, just like browsing around, looking at stuff and things like that because I have all those. Because that's my addiction is the stupid fucking pop vinyl things.
Yeah, they have a lot of them there.
They have
They have like
exclusive
exclusives.
ones.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
it's like.
It's bullshit. That's what it is.
And then I have these girls, and I guarantee they're probably were in middle school, and they're talking about Doctor Who and naming off all this stuff. I'm like, please, a year ago, you guys didn't know what this shit was.
Right.
but
My-
it's
my
also
daughter-
pretty cool that they're talking about Doctor Who. So
No, it's
I'm
fine
like-
and stuff, but I'm saying, but like,
I love
you
Doctor
know,
Who, so
2
it's like
years
pretty
from
rad.
now, they'd be like, Doctor
They'll,
Hey,
they'll be
that's
moved on to
down.
something
'Cause
else.
They'll be
and
moved on to
that's-
something
and
else.
that's fine.
Thanks for
That's
for
the way
stopping by.
fads
Thanks
work.
for saying hello.
And I don't think that being a nerd, I don't see the whole being a nerd and geek thing as going out anytime soon.
Oh, no.
What I think is going to happen is that it's just going to shift. It's going to be focused on different things. There's still going to be the nerd and geek culture. I think people have latched onto that as a way to justify being excessively fantastic about things. Instead of just being like, "Oh yeah, I like that show," being like, "I fucking love that show." And
No,
I
I did
think
the same
that
thing about
is going to
masturbation
continue.
and never caught on.
I fucking love masturbating. Are you kidding me? I'm a fucking nerd about jerking off. I mean, seriously, it's fantastic.
No, man.
That's all about me. That's me time right there.
We saw that tonight.
Out there, with my, out
Hey,
there
he's
on the
got
street
okay.
corner,
First off, he's got to
proclaiming
jerk it like that because he doesn't want any dick cheese. Remember?
I told you, you gotta.
Yeah, I fucking remember that.
That shit's nasty.
That was a weird
That
laugh.
shit's nasty.
You're like,
A couple weeks back, we made Matt go through the Gauntlet. If you've never heard of that, it's a series of videos and images on the web that is designed. It's basically the worst of the worst that is available on the internet, all in one package, progressively getting worse and
I
worse.
can think of. Did it have the two
There's
in one?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got
like
the two
two
girls,
girls,
one
Have
cup.
that. Oh my gosh!
There's a guy with a.
All that. Okay.
There's
there was a guy with his dick and a drill bit.
Oh yeah.
there was some
That's
nasty
right.
shit.
Yeah.
It was some nasty.
We got
shit.
pretty far.
It's funny. It's funny. People at work who listen to the show now, they're all like, "You actually started watching some of the stuff for the Gauntlet?" I'm like, "Yeah." Didn't you hear us? We were like,
How does it? How you got to look at it without like turning away? Or?
No, he was looking at it. I was over here going like, occasionally I might try to glance over and see what's going on, but I didn't really want to. see
Yeah, it's
it.
basically videos.
It was
and they
more
have
watching Matt's reaction than anything.
It was basically videos, and it just had like a description of it. So then Matthew and I would look at each other. You're like, "You want to watch this one?" We're like, "Yeah, we'll watch this one." So we clicked on, and then we'll sit there, and Matthew and I'd be like,
no.
It's like you want to look away, but you don't want to look away because you're like, if
But
I
I'm
don't
also
look,
like, I'm very curious and intrigued. I'm like, I want to see how this plans out.
well, we came
That's
out
a lot of it,
like-
yeah.
yeah, because
I want to see how this plays out.
it came out to that whole thing like how desensitized I think Matthew
Yeah.
and I have become because there was that video that came out that was like I don't think we even talked. Did we talk about the shooting?
I think we did.
The
because
news reporter thing?
I brought up how.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
felt-
that.
So
Yeah.
we're talking about it, and it's like there's I don't know if you saw the news reporter getting shot.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
You know, it's a terrible
Did you see
thing, and
both videos? Did you see the video?
Yeah, that's-
not just because there were two videos. There was the actual news report that happened live on the air, and that you didn't really see a whole lot, but it was still pretty intense.
Yeah.
But then there was the video that the shooter had uploaded to
from-
Facebook.
Yeah.
I seen that one.
That point.
okay, yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
I remember
That
like
one affected me
Yeah,
way
like-
more than anything I'd previously seen.
we
on the
did it
internet.
on the chat, and like I watched, I was like that's fucked up. Like just kind of like the thing was, but I wasn't really like oh my god, like kind of thing. I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, that's like why? How could you do that kind of thing? And then Eric was just like, holy shit! Like it just hit him, and then it's
It
like
was-
then we just got on
I've
that
seen some
topic.
shit, and that was like that got to me.
Well, I was
Like
talking
more
about
than
how
a lot of other things.
I didn't really have anything. I didn't feel anything, and then I brought up the topic of is that because I'm like desensitized to that type of thing? Like why? I just started getting in my head like why aren't I being as affected as maybe the next person watching it? And it's not because like like I've got
It's-
like
I think it's
sociopathic
weird.
tendencies or anything, you know, like I'm not a creepy guy or anything like that, but I just feel like here in the States, like we see so much violence and like and all all this stuff. It's just I know it's real. I have sympathy towards the people, towards the situation. It's really shitty, and nobody should have to go through that or view it. But part of me is like, well, shit. I want to see what happened. Like, I want to view it, and that's where like maybe I'm a little tweaked, but
It's
I don't know.
weird for me. I think it's something that as I expected to become more desensitized as I grew older.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's been a bit the opposite. Like I've found myself watching movies or reading books or reading even poetry that has touched me more deeply now than it ever did in the past. Like I think I've become more sensitive over time. Like I think there's a plateau. I think as you age, like when you're a kid, everything affects you. Somebody says no to you, it's the fucking end of the goddamn world.
Eric, no.
Okay, and then like you build up a skin, and then I think you get to a certain point where you plateau, and then from that point forward, stuff starts. You come back down, and stuff starts to affect you again. Because I've noticed that. Like
I'm a
rewatched
sensitive
things.
guy. I mean, shit. Well, there'll be a fucking commercial that comes on, and like it's got me tearing up and shit.
Yeah.
Like. I have emotions.
Did you
I
see
feel
that,
things.
that,
like
Matthew's like, man, I
think
really want that
commercial
Kraft
from the
macaroni and
Philippines with
cheese.
the dog and the guy following around the dog. Oh man.
Well, okay, that's the question I was going to ask you. Was do you think it's because you have a kid and any of that kind of stuff factor in, or is it more just like
I'm sure to
that's-
a
or are you
sure.
literally
Maybe.
just
an
Danny
extent.
Glovering and just like I'm too old for this shit?
Too old for this. No, I don't. That is a possibility. Like I just kind of attributed it to age, but it is a possibility that having somebody else that I'm like looking after, like I'm in charge of another human being, like maybe that does have an impact on what
It
directly
could.
affects me.
Well, that was like it was funny because I was watching. It was like probably a couple of years ago. I was watching the Watchmen movie, and I was watching with somebody who I didn't really like violence, and I didn't realize how violent that movie was because like how I saw it, was just like, oh, this is cool, oh, that's cool, you know, kind of stuff, and like it didn't even register to me, and like they kept turning their head. Like when shit happened, and I'm sitting there going like, I was like what's wrong? I was like, I can't. It's like it's a good movie, but I can't handle the violence and stuff like that. And I'm just all like, oh shit! So every time like they turn their head, I'd be like violent part. But like in like when I originally seen it, I'm like I didn't think anything of it, kind of thing. Like I'm like I just watched it as like, oh, it's a movie kind of thing. It's just like, oh shit! Like I'm like, is there something wrong with me?
I'm curious, like Darius, what your thoughts are on it, like being, you know, going to produce in direct basically this new movie or this idea that you have. Do you think that due to American culture and everything being so violent, it's kind of whitewashed this whole like, I don't know, like shit, what am I trying to say? Fuck. What are your thoughts on the amount of violence and shit that we have here in America? Do you think it's like put this blinder on us to where it's making us like, I mean, if you go to Europe, like violence is not a thing. Like that's what they censor. But here, like we censor nudity and shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Basically, shit. Sorry, I was like fucking. I was an X-wing man. I had like 4 different fucking thoughts.
Yeah, I definitely think it's like it's changing. There's a lot of like more violence and things like that, and even the ratings are like what used to be PG-13. It's like, you know, rated R, like stuff like that, and it's like it's changing in that way. So like now these kids can see all this violence and stuff like that, and I definitely think it's a lot. It's a lot more going on nowadays.
For sure. That's a good point that you said, like the ratings.
Well, it's weird how our ratings compared to the rest of the world. Like you were saying, in Europe, for example, nudity means almost nothing to them.
Yeah,
it's they have boobs in commercials. You know, it's like it's not a big thing. And I agree with that. It's like, okay, it's just a naked person. It's not that big a fucking deal.
For sure.
But if they saw the kind of violence that we see on broadcast TV, you can pull up CSI.
Yeah.
Well, this is broadcast TV. This is free over
Hannibal.
the air. Yeah, Hannibal.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That
seriously.
was on NBC.
Yeah.
Like
broadcast.
prime
We're talking
time.
about broadcast.
Yeah,
and even there, broadcast requires a license. You have to pay to get broadcast TV. Here, it's literally free TV. Anybody with an actual TV can get this.
Yeah.
And the violence and all that is fine. But was that half a nipple? Oh, let's freak the fuck out. Janet Jackson showed half a nipple on the Super Bowl.
I don't get that.
Freak the fuck out.
That's what's funny. It's like insane. I think it was like back in like when Gremlins came out. Like you see the first Gremlins movie. And it's a good movie and everything, but it does have a lot of dark parts. Yeah. It's a dark comedy basically. But they had no idea how to rate it at that time with Steven Spielberg, so they had PG and they had R. So then they created PG-13 pretty much. It
was for Raiders.
Yeah,
for Temple of Doom.
That's what I'm saying. Like Gremlins was like that,
created for Temple of Doom.
And Temple of Doom came out. They're like, okay, we need another you need another thing for that. So it's just like they're like, okay, the rest of the movie, we can go ahead and give that a PG. But the dude ripping the live heart out of the chest, it's like we need another rating for that. Eric, you've seen the Clerks cartoon show, right?
Yeah.
Rip his heart out. Oh, great! You've just ruined everything. He just puts it back in.
It's amazing to me how different we are in compared to the rest of the world. It's like we're in this culture of violence, and we wonder why people become violent. We wonder why there's some random guy on the I-10 just shooting at people.
I think
you know why? I figured it out.
It just makes everybody desensitized.
It does.
Like, I'm not in the wrong for feeling that way. Like
no, and I never claimed that. I hope I didn't make you feel that way.
You just kind of think about it too, because you're like, okay, shit happens. And you don't kind of like, you're just like, oh, okay. I'm like, and it's like, is it because of all of the,
to you
is it all because of the violent video games? Is it all because of violent movies that I've watched? Does it have anything to factor in with that, or am I just like, okay, a guy got his head chopped off? It's like,
this isn't the first time that we talked about this. Remember when the whole ISIS thing started? And like,
I watched those beheading videos, and I didn't
did too.
feel nearly as much as I felt when I watched that.
But they were a little
reporter.
different because they'd initiate the process, and then the camera would cut, and then you'd see the result. Like you didn't see
They
the
had
actual.
the one from a few years back where you saw everything, and it was. I watched it and I was like, "Oh, that sucks," but that was about it. But when I watched that shooter, I'm like, I think a friend of mine, Ziggy, did point out to me. It's like, well, this happened right here. This is here and now. This is something that is close. Whereas that is like, oh, that's over there.
Yeah, there is that factor to it too.
True,
I don't have
that's
to worry about it.
Yeah.
But speaking of violent things happening and people being accused of stuff, what do you guys think about that kid who was fucking arrested for making an alarm clock? Now
here's the thing.
This is what I'd like to know. Have we really gone off the rails, just like in general with that stuff?
Dude, this shit's bullshit. But the cool thing about it is fucking Obama reached out to him. Other fucking like LinkedIn.
The kid had one bad
Google,
day, and now he's set for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So on the bright side,
all these companies have been reaching out to him, and like they're embracing the fact that this kid got creative and he created a freaking alarm clock with minimal resources, and like that's pretty rad. So everybody reaching out and trying to support this kid and get him to a place where he needs to be because he's very smart, I think is rad.
Here's the thing. Like at first I read it and
People
I thought,
overreacting,
okay,
it's not.
yeah, people overreacted, but I didn't think of it as anything specifically racist or anti-Muslim until I thought about it. And somebody had pointed out, and it was somebody who had commented actually on George Takei had put out a post about it, and somebody had commented on it, and they pointed out something that I didn't really pay attention to before. And that was the fact that everybody was all up in arms because supposedly they thought he had a bomb. That was the big thing. That was the reason he was arrested.
Yes.
That was the reason this. Except they pointed out that, okay, supposedly this entire school thought he had a bomb, right? They did not evacuate the school. They did not call the bomb squad. They sent him to the principal's office with the clock. He sat there with the principal and the clock in the same room for hours before the police came. The police came, arrested him, put cuffs on a 14-year-old kid, and took him away. And what did they take in the same car as him and the police officers? The clock he built.
Yeah.
At no point did they think it was a bomb because they never reacted like it was an actual bomb. They never treated this device like a bomb except to harass this kid. Once that was pointed out to me, I was like, holy fuck. Like, seriously, like, I remember being evacuated from my school because some random person called in a bomb threat.
Yeah.
That was, like, totally unreliable. Like, it was like some, like giggling on the line, like, there's a bomb in the school.
I think they...
and they're like, oh, crap, we got to evacuate.
Like 3 or 4 times throughout our...
I know it happened at elementary school. Well, we actually
it happened at
we
high
had
school
the
too.
one. Yeah, we had the one with Desert Vista with the what was it? The anniversary of Columbine or Hitler's birthday, where some kid said he was going to put. It's
420, man.
No. This is what I love. People had their kids taken out of school and stuff like that.
Wasn't
I went to school today, but I forget who the kid was.
I went too, but it was like gas and
But
stuff.
he said he was going to put sleeping gas in the vents, and I'm like, right. And then he's going to chop off everybody's head with a machete. I'm like, first off,
do you have any idea how much time that's going to take?
that's really like
logistics, dude. What kind of gas are you using? Because not everybody's gonna see
I've
that.
watched James Bond movies that's not even plausible. So
I remember I got kind of mad at my parents because you had the option of not coming to school. You could have got a day off.
yeah,
And your parents were like,
And
fuck
my parents
that, you're going
said,
to
no,
school.
you got to go to school. So I was pissed that I had to go to school that day because I could have got a free day.
my mom's. I think my mom sent us just because she was like, well, whichever Mooney child comes back is the strongest.
Well, you lived around the corner too, so
Yeah.
if anything, you could
the
just
Hunger
like,
Games
You could
over
just
at
be
the
like,
Mooney
I'm out,
household.
and like run home
Yeah,
and be like,
fuck
oh
this
shit.
Maybe,
No, actually, I
maybe
don't
the
think I
odds
was
be ever in your favor.
Actually,
Steven.
you know what? I don't think I was worried because when it sounded like I'm like, oh, he's just gonna fucking kill all the popular kids. I'm a nobody.
everybody hates me. I'm golden.
Yeah, I'm good. I'll join in. Give me a machete.
What, dude?
Yeah.
Come on.
But seriously, once that was pointed out to me that they
I don't
never
have-
actually
I don't have a soul.
treated the device like a bomb,
Yeah.
it made much less sense for him to be.
But
arrested
I
for
did
it.
make this point. You know, the next day in school when he came back, if he didn't get pussy with that story, come on.
yeah,
No.
the whole situation was fucking shitty.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
But it really
But
showed.
it came out, dude. He's got his future
Like, yeah,
set.
Yeah, no, dude, he is set. He's
he's
getting
set.
he's getting a trip to the White House. He's
Yeah.
going to meet the president. He's going to, he's basically, as long as he keeps his grades up like he already has,
Yeah.
which probably is no problem for him. He's probably got a full ride to MIT, which is where he wanted to go in the
Yeah.
first place. I mean, it's fantastic. And who knows? Maybe his dad will become the president of Sudan one day. You never know. Maybe this will be the boost his dad needs to become president of Sudan.
Who knows?
Maybe that was the whole plot in general.
Oh.
His
Like,
dad's
all right,
all like, "You need to
I
make
really
a
need
alarm
to-
clock."
I need to
looks
get
like
more
Bob.
than 0.01% of the vote this time, son. So I'm going to need you to take this clock to school.
I don't want it. You do what you're told. I
It's-
need to be president.
You can do it.
It's just one of those things that got blown so far out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
proportion that it's absolutely insane.
No, I'm
But-
happy it did though because it finally took fucking recognition off of that one bitch.
Oh my!
Oh.
I thought that too, but her face still pops up on my newsfeed every.
I just like all the
I like
all the memes
Yeah,
that keep
man.
coming up now.
Dude, of course.
Oh.
It's the fucking relevant thing right now, man. She's going to be around for a while. I'm not going to lie.
How?
Which sucks if you think
Does
about it
she still
because
have a
Jared
job?
sucks.
Jared
Why
came
does
and
anybody
went.
care?
Yeah,
I know.
I
Fucking Jared.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
See?
Jared.
Yeah.
Oh my
Jared.
god.
It was like Kim Davis, Kim Davis. Oh, Jared who? What the fuck? Oh,
Yeah.
Melissa, some kids. Who cares?
Yeah.
This lady won't marry the gays.
It's like the homeless guy molests me every day. Fuck him.
I don't want to see her face anymore, and I'm so mad. Like every day, I'm like, I think, okay, this will be the day that I don't see her face, and
got
then
it,
like
man.
3
No,
stories pop up.
Gonna
I'm
be
like,
around.
Although
for a
I do
while.
Why
love-
is she still in the news?
I do love like some of the memes that came out. My favorite one was Dante from Clerks saying wasn't even supposed to be here today, but
Still
did
does his
job.
fucking job. Yes. I like the Ghostbusters one.
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
believe in ghosts. Still does his
His
fucking
job.
job.
I saw that one. Yeah.
That's funny.
That was good stuff. Oh, the Scully from X-Files.
Oh yeah, doesn't believe in
doesn't believe in UFOs. Still does her fucking job.
I think you posted that one.
I think I
Yeah.
I didn't create it, but I reposted
No, yeah.
it. I think I clicked share on it or whatever.
For sure.
But yeah, it's I'm so sick of her. She's obviously like 5 seconds of digging into the story. It's like, okay, she's an attention whore.
Yeah, that's,
She's doing this for the attention. She doesn't give a shit about anything, obviously, because if she gave a shit about the Bible, she wouldn't be divorced 3 times. So it's like, obviously, this
Now,
is not
people-
a religious
yeah,
thing. This is a, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me, and we're all fucking looking.
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's our fucking society, dude. Like,
Social media, yeah. All this
it's like,
stuff.
oh,
I,
that's
hey,
what
I'm like
we've
praying
become.
for the Kardashians to do something so
but
I don't have
shit.
to see fucking Kim Davis's face anymore.
Well, did you know Kim Kardashian came out with a fucking app?
No, I
She has
fucking
her own
didn't.
app
I didn't.
now.
Fuck
What is
that
it
shit.
called? The horror app?
No, it's the fucking Kim Kardashian app, dude.
Is the icon literally
Actually,
a picture of
you know
vagina
why?
getting drilled
I
by
don't
Ray
know.
J?
But
Or
Me-
whatever.
Megan
the
For
fuck
the
showed
it
me
love
is.
the
of
other
Ray
day.
J.
and you can pay money.
Oh yeah,
On our
that's
app.
exactly what I
What
want to
the
do.
fuck? I'm sorry.
No,
That's
this
like
is where
saying
we're at,
Bruce-
dude.
You are
That's
making
like
me
saying
angry.
Bruce
People will pay
Jenner's.
money too.
Yes.
That's
I'm
the
gonna read some
bullshit of Bruce.
poetry.
Everyone's saying Bruce Jenner is a fucking hero.
Oh my god!
Do you know how many people get sex changes a day? You're not a fucking hero. You're a guy who's like, oh shit, women ruined my life. I'm going to become what I hate. That's what you are.
I think it's a little bit more than that, but
And guess what? I will say, Bruce Jenner, go fuck yourself. And guess what? You can do it now.
Wow.
where-
So kudos to you.
Things took a turn.
No, I just hate that shit.
What left?
No, I really hate that shit when everyone's like, "Oh, he's a hero. She's the hero. She No, okay, a guy who fucking fought for the country, that's a hero. Okay, not I changed my gender. That's because you have fucking issues. That's your problem, okay? Not anybody else's.
I wouldn't say that they have issues, but
I would say
I mean,
that it's
shit.
none
I
of
mean,
our business is what I
yeah,
think.
it is
It's like
none of our business.
whatever
And-
gender you feel that you belong to. Like seriously, I'm totally fine with you. Like I don't like. There's this whole big stink about this. This kid who wants to like is a transgender and wants to use the women's restroom because he feels that she's a she. I don't even know all the
He just
specifics.
stole that
but
from South Park.
I don't give a shit. I really don't. I'm like, you know what? I work all weekend at the fucking Costco, and guess what? I'm in there peeing, and a single father has to bring their daughter into the bathroom because guess that's what happens.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. I've got my little space. I'm in my little private space. Nobody's seeing anything. I don't care what bathroom you use. I don't even care if, like, seriously, like, full-fledged female, born that way, walks into the men's restroom and goes to the potty. I don't give a shit. It's a potty. Use the potty where you got to go. Go when you got to go. I don't care. I'm not looking. I'm not seeing. I don't care. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it's a big deal, and I don't think that it should be a big deal. And honestly, like, we're making this big stink about it. It's like, just let people live their fucking lives.
I agree, Eric.
And
I
So
agree.
you got me all riled up.
So how Eric
I agree
says
with
it,
I'm gonna go read some poetry, guys.
use whatever bathroom you want. You're not a fucking hero.
I use the men's bathroom because it's got urinals and they're fucking convenient. Okay?
Yes.
Steve, I'll agree with you. I don't think Caitlyn Jenner is a hero. I think that she is, and I don't think she's the face for transgender people at all.
No.
But with Bruce Jenner's celebrity, with the Kardashian family,
Yes.
everything about this is money.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I agree with that. But
So I understand that Bruce Jenner had these. This has been
I know
happening for years.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
It's not about, this is just the way he felt.
No,
That's
and
like what he
I
said.
understand that. I know there's people who feel like they should have been born a woman or they should have been born a man
Yes.
and stuff like that. And
Yes.
I fully agree. To me, you live in America. You can do whatever you want. You want to be gay, be gay. You want to change your gender and stuff like that. But it's like that would be like me going, I went outside today and I checked my mail. I'm a hero. It's like you're trying to put everything into a fucking category of like, oh, they're so brave. No, they're not. They finally decided, fuck this. I'm not who I am. I'm going to change my gender, and that's fine. And I understand that it's getting all that media because of all the stupid things, but it's like, do we really have that slow of news days that we have to be like, oh, this person's so brave. Oh, this person's so brave. It's like, okay, what about all the people who fought in Vietnam? That wasn't even our fucking war, and they came back and they were ridiculed and spit on and totally shit on, and not once did anyone say these were heroes. These people fought for our country, kind of thing. But you're trying to tell me because you removed your dick and got a vagina in you.
He hasn't even done.
Yeah, I know he hasn't done that, but you're a hero. You're so brave. No, he had shit going on in his life. He wanted to fix it. He's getting a fresh new start. He got a divorce. He wants to. That's fine. He's a celebrity. He wants to do that. But I'm so sick of all that crap where it's like these people are you going to tell me that when we find out that the guy who's shooting on the I-10, he was actually shooting for terrorists, and we're all going to turn around and be like, oh, he's a hero. No, he's a fucking psychopath who's shooting people on the I-10.
Yeah, but I think those situations
Well, like-
are completely
Yeah.
those are two different situations altogether.
Matthew, you should know this by now with me. I can bring everything around.
I know you can. And I like the fact that we're having like a little debate.
So what I was going to know,
Kinda
what
cool.
if we do catch that shooter and we find out he's a transgender? Does that make him a hero?
No, dude, it doesn't make
No,
shit.
it makes her a hero. Duh. Fuck, man. God.
I just hate that kind of. Basically, South Park, fucking just their new season started. They had a perfect episode with that, where they just had a bunch of bro guys from the frat party just be like, "You PC, bro, you PC," and just doing that whole kind of shit. Where it's like, yeah, it's true. We shouldn't look. I'm not saying be racist. I'm not saying discriminate stuff like that. But everybody has those thoughts of basically everyone's a little bit racist sometimes. But you don't need to be like, oh, this person it's like that kid. Okay, that's great. Everything worked out fine for him. It sucked that he had one bad fucking day in school and stuff like that. But if anyone comes out going, he's a hero, no, he basically got lucky. It's just he's like, I want to impress my teacher. Everyone racial profile me because if a white guy did that, a white kid comes into school, or anybody did that, they would not think
If a white
because
kid
of,
had brought that into the school, they would have said, it needs more guns.
or something.
It
But I'm
was
saying
Texas,
just
after all.
because of what his race was and what everything was, it worked out fine for him. Now, granted, if 9/11 never happened,
Yeah.
I don't think this kid would be getting the ride that he's getting right now.
The problem is that if 9/11 had never happened, America wouldn't give a shit about anything going on in the
Exactly.
Middle East right now, which is... It sucks that it takes something like that for us to pay attention to the rest of the fucking world. That's what sucks. Because this shit has been happening
Oh no,
for
yeah.
many years before 9/11 happened. It's like only when it happened on our soil, it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, we should pay attention
Well,
to this shit
it was
all
the
of a
same
sudden.
thing with World War II.
Yeah,
we're
it's
we're
like,
not getting involved in anything like that, and then we
did-
got
we
bombed,
did this
and we're
war
like,
thing already.
let's kick some ass, kind of thing.
And then it's like, oh crap, you bombed us, fuckers.
So I'm just saying, look, make sure, firefighters, policemen, people who do their job, they're heroes. They put their lives out on the lines of that. You change your gender, you're not a hero. That's great that you're able to find what you wanted to be in your life, and you can
It's
change
not
that.
they were calling her a hero per se. It's that they were giving her an award for bravery, and it does take bravery to admit who you are when it goes against everything society is telling you you
Wow,
should
I really
be.
thought
I'm
Eric
not.
would be on my side with this one.
No. I'm I'm not saying that she should get an award for it or anything, because I believe that there are other people who are probably deserving of that award. However, in the context that it was given, because it was an ESPN award, it was a sporting award, the people that they were like, oh, this person should have gotten it instead because they were in the military, that's not a sporting event. That they're not an athlete in the military. They're in the military. Like, The award was given to an athlete or a former athlete who was showing bravery, and in this case, the bravery was the fact that they were willing to go and admit who they were, even though it went against all of society's structure. And I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand where they were coming from. Honestly, I think it matters about zero total, like who got that award, who didn't get that award, because it's not something that's ever going to affect anything in real life. It's just, you know what, this is the cause of the moment, and this is the big thing, and that's ESPN looked at it and said, hey, we're going to get a shit ton of press if we do this.
It's all relevant. The shit was on point. Like, fuck, they cashed in.
So
exactly. ESPN was looking at what was going to get us the most press.
Yes.
So does Tom Brady get an award next year for admitting that he cheated?
He doesn't fucking admit
He
it.
didn't
If he fucking admits it, maybe.
Oh, he didn't?
He didn't admit that he cheated.
No, he's fucking still denied it.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about it.
Oh.
I'm a professional football player who's thrown footballs for like my entire life, but I had no idea they were uninflated. Also, I had no idea they stopped the clock for me when they shouldn't have.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, fucking bullshit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Fucking,
I
the
was
Patriots have cheating down to an
Dude,
art.
it was
It's
down to like
insane.
3 or 4 seconds and then
Yeah.
back up to 24 and nothing.
Nothing.
Like,
Actually, I think
what the
was
fuck?
it the coach? Was it Belichick? Just likes to fucking like anything he could do, just cheat. Like they'd be like,
I
"Hey,
think that's how he is.
I'm
I
thinking
think they're like, hey, we're
maybe
17 points ahead. We're gonna win this game. Is there any way we could cheat?
I'm thinking,
but we're
now,
winning.
I may have been watching
That's
too
just-
much Supernatural.
Extra
but
few points.
I'm thinking Demon Deal. Right?
You think so?
I'm thinking when did the
The
Patriots
Crossroads?
really start winning? How many years ago?
I don't know because what do the demon deals go for?
10
They usually-
years.
10 years.
10-year deal. So how long ago did the Patriots?
Well, let's see. The
really start
Patriots been
winning?
at what? How many Super
I don't
Bowls
know,
so
like
far?
7 years ago.
Okay, so if in 3 years Belichick just drops dead suddenly of weird unnatural causes,
So you're thinking Crossroads?
I'm telling you,
I like it.
I'm telling you.
Fucking Patriots, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
so
like
Aaron,
that, right?
It's like
what
what
you're
they're
saying
about.
is
They
we could
just-
have a good 10-year run.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm not a Patriots fan at all, so they can go
I'm sorry, buddy.
fuck
I'm not selling my
themselves.
soul for the podcast. I'm just telling you right now.
You know, Eric, we did this together.
Maybe $1 billion, but for the podcast, no.
Man.
I don't even believe I have a soul,
Speaking
but
of
I'm not selling
football,
it for that.
ha
You know what? Fuck you.
ha ha.
I didn't
Wait,
know
what
that.
Oh man,
Oh, we're
Okay,
on
so
a fantasy football
we
league.
have a 4-eyed radio fantasy
okay.
football league going on, and last week I was playing directly against this guy right here, who demolished me. And what really sucked is that my entire bench outscored my starters 2-1.
No.
2-1.
Dude, it was horrible.
It was bad.
horrible.
So
Dude, it was bad.
I don't blame you. I blame ESPN's projections because all of the projections were way lower. And so then I flip-flopped. I was like, you know what? Fuck you, Manning. Because I have Peyton Manning as my starter,
Yeah.
and I have Roethlisberger as my backup. So I'm like, you know what? This week, I started Roethlisberger instead, and fucking Peyton goes off for 20 points. I'm like, motherfucker!
That always happens. I
Yeah,
hate
dude.
when that.
I was so pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your wife is already well on her way to beating me this week. She's up 20 points to 0
Dude,
right now.
If she would have played
And-
the Denver defense, she would have had 40 points.
You know what? Fuck this
Well, because they had 20 as well. So,
shit. Motherfucker.
um,
So I'm really
But there's
hoping
been
that
a lot of-
Roethlisberger does something this weekend.
there's been a lot of transitions and shit happening. People are adding players and dropping players. So I'm glad to see that people are actually doing their stuff.
I'm jumping
I know
in there.
you're looking at me, but
Yeah.
I honestly, I kind of was like, what happens?
You won anyway, so
Yeah, you did win.
you did win
See,
your game last
okay,
week.
this is what I've learned with my life. If I get involved in anything, it fails miserably. If I don't do shit, everything works out fine.
Eventually, you're gonna have to do a little something.
I will have to do something, but
Yeah.
I don't. Honestly, I have no idea what the fuck was going on. I didn't even know I was playing that day.
Well, this guy
You gotta-
puts auto draft on and gets Tom Brady, which should have fucked him for 4 games, but did not.
Yeah.
no. What I love
He
is
initially
like,
got it, and I was like, ha ha ha, shit, that sucks. And then
A
the
week later.
before, yeah, the week right before opening, preseason, opening, opening day.
Like,
Shit.
aha, never mind.
Shit, fuck, shit, fuck.
yeah, no, it was funny. Matthew's all like, "Look, I want you." I was like, "No, I really want to take this seriously. I really want to learn this stuff of that." So I jump on that
I know,
Sunday.
I felt like I sat you down
and
was
I
like, listen,
threw,
buddy.
and I threw, like, I pull up the website, and I'm like, okay, because I have the app on my phone. I'm like, where the fuck do I go? And I'm searching everywhere. I'm looking for, like, how I do anything, and then all the draft started, and it's all like, auto draft. I'm like, fuck it. I don't care anymore at this point. So I'm like, let's just do its thing, and what happens is going to happen.
Do you do you do fantasy football at all?
Not this year.
Not that, yeah,
Yeah, but I usually do it.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then I like us.
You missed it. He actually used to play football.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You weren't
college
here.
football
I
and
forget.
Oh, no shit. Where'd you go?
Yeah, I went to Boise for a year, and then I went to Western Michigan University for
Fuck yeah,
I
man.
transferred. Yeah,
All right on.
Offensive, defensive line?
offense, running back.
Get it, boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shit. There you go.
Yep.
That's chill.
Yeah.
So
Still waiting for William to be picked up so that we can actually have an NFL player on the show. He's currently on the practice squad. The people I'm living with right now, their son is on the Titans practice squad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he almost made it this year. Like he was one of the last cuts from the full team. So he's on the practice squad, so he could get called up at any time. But he's good too. He's fucking huge. My God, that guy is big. Like I usually don't notice when people are big because I'm big myself, so I don't really notice it.
Yeah.
This dude is fucking huge. This dude's got 2 inches on me height and
just
built.
dude. Yeah,
I'm
for
like,
sure.
Yeah.
So tell me,
Scared.
when he's there for the summer or his off season
Yeah.
when he's not training, does he just jump in the shower with you and just shower together?
no, man, we don't. There's no room. Are you serious?
I didn't know if he just was all like, "Come on, Eric, we're gonna make you part of the team, bruh."
No, but we did play Settlers of Catan Star Trek edition, which
Hell
is
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Oh, cool. I haven't heard of that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I like Settlers. That's a good game.
Yeah, and the Star Trek version is
It's
awesome.
gonna be funny though if we do get him into the studio. I'm afraid he might break the chair.
Yeah, we'll have to get him a special chair.
Big boy. Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Dude, Boise's, their field, that trips me out, man.
Yeah. It was weird.
It's all blue. I'm just like, oh, shit. Every time I see it, I'm like, whoa. dude.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But Western Michigan, that's chill. Yeah.
Yeah. My buddy from Western Michigan just won a starting job this year for center for Seahawks.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
wait a minute.
I've been
That's funny.
I've been to Michigan a few times.
I was just like, I could drop some a guy at work is a
I
huge
will
Seahawk
be
fan.
in
So I could
Michigan
be like,
next
hey, I had a guy on who
month.
knows a guy.
Michigan next month. What part?
The part closest to Ohio.
Wait, what the fuck are you going to Michigan for?
We're flying into Chicago,
Uh-huh.
and then we're driving to Toledo.
Midway?
Okay.
No, O'Hare.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
we're
yeah,
driving to Toledo, and then we're going over to fuck if I know Michigan for a wedding, and then going back to Toledo.
Fuck
for
if I
most
know
of the time.
Michigan. I don't think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I'm small town.
Small
You don't know it.
Because that town can just fuck
You wouldn't
right
know
off.
it. You wouldn't know it. It's a
So,
hipster
like-
town.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. You're going to a wedding.
Yeah, we're going to my
So like Trenton?
my wife's sister that she did not know existed until about 4 years ago's wedding is my wife, beauty of Facebook, wonderful world of Facebook right now. She always thought that she was the only child of her particular father and mother. She found out that she is the only child of her mother and father. Those two people only ever had her. But she has 6 other half siblings and several other step siblings as well from this other guy. And she's actually one of her half brothers came out
She's her own grandpa.
last week and spent some time with us last week. And it was fucking awesome. He was a cool guy. I was trying to get him on the show.
Yeah.
We went out to karaoke on Thursday night, and he got fucking sloshed, and he was in no shape to come on the show on Friday. It was pretty sad, actually. But yeah, we'll be going out and seeing them next week, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nice.
have to. I'm gonna have to put a bet for next year's podcast for the listeners to do. They have to place their bets or whatnot. But I'm like, this kid here. How many weddings have you been to this year?
This year?
Yeah, because even last year you went to a
One.
bunch.
I've been to a few.
Yeah.
I've got one the first week of October. I've got one the third week of October. Those are the only 2 I know coming up.
Jesus.
But that's what I'm saying. That's already 2. Eric, this is the first wedding you've been to this year.
No, I went to one earlier in the year.
Okay, so you've had 2.
This will be 2.
God, it's
This will
gonna
be
be
2
like a
for this
drinking.
year. Yeah,
I'm gonna-
2015.
I swear. Okay, 2016, we're going to do who can go to the most weddings. People are going to place their bets and then win a gift card or something like that. Because I'm like, this kid's we're like, what are you doing? It's if you're not at a concert, you're at a wedding. That's all you do. What else do you do?
The wedding.
What if somebody gets married at a concert?
Oh, shit!
No, but I mean,
It's I don't even
No,
know
I
these
mean,
people.
it's
and I'm
good.
there.
It's cool and everything. That I'm just I was just
Going to
thinking about
town
that
and
too.
stuff.
Because you were going to a wedding again. I'm like, okay. And I'm like,
Holy crap, man!
Matthew's at a wedding.
I don't know. People
lot
are
of
getting
weddings.
married and shit.
You're
No, you just-
people like to get married.
people
and they
like
me
That's true.
because Matt's good enough. He's smart enough. And gosh
No,
darn it,
okay.
people
First
like
off,
him.
no. First off, if you don't invite Matthew to a wedding, that's just a damn shame.
It's bad luck. It's
This
bad
guy,
luck if you
this
don't
guy
have
knows how
Matthew
to
at your
dance
wedding.
on the dance floor.
Yeah.
He fucking keeps it real, and he can drink like the best motherfucker in the world. So it's like, get this guy at
I
your
just have fun.
like. Even if you don't know him, I'm just gonna start selling Matthew at wedding packages or whatnot. You know?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Like a flyer. He's like,
Yeah. I'm like, do you want your wedding to suck? No. Get Matthew.
For an extra $150, we can throw
Throw
this
love.
guy
Yeah,
in
we
there.
throw this guy in.
Hey.
Matthew's like, could you stop taking pictures from my Facebook page and just making your own flyers? I didn't agree to this at all. I have to go to 27 weddings in a day. Thank you.
And it's shit. Ah, man. Hey, nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Gotta go.
hey,
Bye.
how's it going? Yeah, bye.
Hey, all right, gotta go.
Yeah, Matthew just walks in, doesn't move, and then leaves. Sign my guest book. Fuck that.
right
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Gotta go.
Grabbing a drink while I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Congratulations. I caught the bouquet. Yeah.
Well,
This is why I'm not ahead of marketing at this point.
yeah.
So, real quick, before we close out the show, let's go ahead and promote your project one more time. It's called The Family's Fury. People can find you on Indiegogo.com. If you go to the long URL is Indiegogo.com/a-family-s-fury-action-superhero-thriller #/ It's a fucking long ass thing, but if you
Yeah.
just go to Indiegogo.com and search A Family's Fury, you'll find it.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Or if you go to any of our platforms, we are available at sociallyawkwardstudios.com, forradio.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, Zune Marketplace, BlackBerry Podcast Directory, Blueberry Podcast Directory, Miro Guide Podcast, PodDirectory.com, Double Twist, YouTube, Swell Radio, SoundCloud, and Player.fm. All of those locations will also have the link to the Indiegogo page. And do you have any other social media platforms you want to promote before we close out?
Oh yeah, you can actually like the A Family's Fury Facebook page, facebook.com/ A Family's Fury, or my acting page, facebook.com / D Green Actor. So yeah.
Awesome. Hell yeah. And
Cool.
don't forget to check us out on facebook.com / the SasquatchNet, and of course the main network page for the 4-Eyed Radio Network, 4-Eyed Radio Network. It's facebook.com / 4-Eyed Radio Network. And follow us on Twitter and all that good stuff too. You can find me on Twitter at Eric J. Dewey. I sometimes use it.
They find me at Stephen Mooney Jr. on the Twitter, and also don't forget a new show is coming in October.
Nice. And then at Matthew Renfro on Instagram and Twitter and everywhere else. So.
All right. Well,
Yes,
until next
sir.
week, folks, why don't you just go ahead.
You better tap that sass. Ah!
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.